free to return to that emo rap. Ain't no kilo stash, Augustine's son had to reload that. Daddy gone, but his legacy strong, how do you figure? I too thought I'd be dead, all things considered, but I'm living, thriving and growing, fighting opponents that I'm with it. Striving to know who died for the lowest, don't you get it? The industry hope is trying to control us, I ain't with it. I got me a goal that's highly explosive with my wife and my baby. What I'm writing is weighty, call me Esso or Bevenberg. They knighting me lately, stand where the light is, feeling lighted, delighted, and maybe I'm getting grown. Nothing wrong with Bible and Baileys. I open up the text, got my mind closer off the edge. Goes the architect. I ain't gotta go to your connect. I gotta go direct. Him and I through the sun up. I say him and I, bless up, rest. Has the right perspective. Back when I was driving a Vectra, my mind was on the setup and ease. No time for the let up and breeze. Young man with a vision, my ammunition was let off and squeezed. Talking no about it, so exotic. Go to mile and never hold a product. Though we wildin', we was on the island wave. Fast forward now today, thank God my mama prayed. Looking back and seeing all that God has made with his legacy. Daddy showed me the whole entire page. The death of me, I will hold it and say Messiah's name. Gonna fire lane, but I also know that time will change. This entire frame is bound to go as far as the came. How you know it? The poets, they show it. I've been up and had my lowest, the lowest. I can't control this or hold this. To my final breath, I tell them this can go in the moment. So I pray over my daughter that her soul will have solace, you know.
Hi, Daddy. Say hi to Daddy. She's like, why are we saying that to Daddy when it's me and you in the camera? Say hi, Daddy. I've been screaming really loudly and talking to my aunties and not letting Mommy do her laundry folding.
I forgot to put that logo in there. It's my fault. It's my fault. I forgot to put that there. What's going on, guys? I keep trying to post that the new intro with a little, and I moved it. My bad. Yo, what is going on, everyone? Let me make sure my mic is good. And I forgot to turn on your mic. What's going on, everyone? How's everyone doing tonight? What is happening? See, I got the wife back tonight. So she's back from feeling sick. Y'all remember last weekend she wasn't feeling too well, so she's back. Look at her. Why does her face look all? We've been sitting here having some serious, deep conversations. You know what I mean? Just about life and Mother Nature and all these types of things. So, but let me see real quick. What's going on? 360. What's up, Commander Wolf? Colin, what's going on, man? Gumpla, stop. Erfig, what's going on? Corey, Breaker, Dylan. What's going on, Dylan? Nike, what's going on, man? What's up, Johnny? What's going on? He said, "Oh shit, I'm alive." Yeah, man. So yeah, what's up, Hazardous Cookies? So yeah, I don't really know what we're working on tonight. I think I do want to work on. I think I'm gonna put this together. Finally, right there. I think I'm gonna snap him together, and then I'm going to probably work on my frame arm chick. Get back to working on her. So. Yeah, that's probably what's happening. How's everybody doing though? What's everybody been up to? Everybody stay safe this 4th of July weekend, hopefully. No like digits missing. Everybody got all their fingers and everything still. We actually did a little fireworks show at our like county, what is it like the, or we try to go to our county like state fairground, something like that. And yeah, it ended up being so packed because, you know, coming off of COVID and everything, like everybody's like just trying to like get out and everything. What's she saying over there? She said, Johnny's in a hotel in Augusta, Georgia. What are you doing in a hotel now? Said we're gonna get into some deep Sandrock hate tonight. Yeah, you should start on that Sandrock that that radar sent. Uh-huh. Gotta figure out what Johnny's doing down there in Georgia. She said, oh yeah, we were talking about relationships. Yeah, we were getting into it, guys. We were getting into it. That's why, yeah, she got that I don't agree face going on right now. That's what that is. That's what that is. Which wing are we talking? I'm talking Wing Zero Custom. What? Oh, he was talking to Corey. I got you. Going back and forth. Matter of fact, what did y'all say? He said, finally top coated my high grade moon. First time doing top coat. I love the matte finish. Yeah, matte finish is, in my opinion, the way to go. I love my matte finish. Let's see here. Corey said he's glad you feeling better. Yeah, you were knocked in that last stream. You were like really knocked out. But yeah, so what are you gonna work on tonight? She's like all like super quiet. It's all like super quiet. Look how red her face is. I don't know, is your microphone? Hang on, let me see. Okay, now it's working. It should be working. Yeah, it's working. Yeah, great. It should be working. Or is it not working? Ooh, maybe not. Hang on. Why is your mic not working? Drelon. Ready. USB camera. Try now.
Can you hear me now?
Yep, there we go. Okay, they just came through. Yep, I can hear you now.
Oh, okay, yeah.
All right. Now you're good. Let me turn you up a little bit. There we go. Okay. Yep. Is that the tightest? Yes. Here is my tightest. I'm gonna put it together while we're on stream here. You guys know, man, this thing has been sitting up on the shelf for like a hot minute now. Seriously. So I said, screw it, man. Let me get this thing put together. And then I think tomorrow I'll put like some Instagram photos up for it. I'm looking for my brush. I don't know what I did with it. So you guys will get to see it on here tonight before I post it up. But we've been like crazy slam busy. We got our so the name of tonight's stream is, we got our first sale. You guys know we started, damn, my chair like fucked up. We started the dumpster business. All right, here we go. Jesus Christ. All right, what's up, Gumpler Viking? What's going on, man? But yeah, so we started the dumpster business last week. So we got our first customer today. I actually dropped off the dumpster earlier this morning. It's actually for a roofer, and yeah. So hoping that we can get some more sales so we can make some more money. You know, help us with our moving and everything when we finally get out of this house. So hopefully that'll go good, and hopefully I think maybe tomorrow or the next day I'll actually go and pick up that dumpster. But we'll see. Oh, let me see. I need to get some lights over here. I forgot to turn my lights on. We were so engulfed in this conversation. There we go. Get a little blue going on back there. Yeah. Let me see here. Actually, I want something that's gonna change. Let me see. There we go. Oh yeah. There we go. It's kind of a nice little pop of color back there. You like the orange back there? Like that one? How about this one? There we go. This one should change. It should change.
Ooh, I like the red.
The red look good? Yeah, there we go. So yeah, we'll get this put together. What are you working on? The Destiny? Why are you so quiet?
Man, this conversation.
Why are you so quiet, man?
Conversation.
She's stuck. She's stuck, guys. She's stuck.
Y'all, I'm just trying to understand, okay? I'm about to ask everybody.
Yeah, go ahead. You want to ask them? I don't know. We just started streaming. I don't know if they want to go straight ham like that. We should probably warm up to these things.
Nah,
you know what I'm saying?
Okay,
you know,
so there's I think
go straight ham.
Majority people in this chat are males.
Oh, Johnny's visiting his mom, dad, sister, and nephews after 15 months. Yeah, I think right now there's probably all males in here at the moment. At least that are talking.
Which is good. Okay.
At least that are talking.
All right, I'm gonna ask.
Do you know how to? Okay, let's just see what she says,
Okay.
guys.
If I don't word it correctly, you're there to help me. Okay.
Dumple Stop's doing some car videos. Okay.
Okay. So this question.
I don't even know how you're gonna ask this, but good.
Okay. So this question is for all the males in this chat, and I just wanna put a disclaimer out there. You know, please be honest, okay? Because I know, like, you know, guys may not, or females may not be honest and, you know, kind of like fake it. Just be honest about this question I'm about to ask, please. All right. So the question is, so we were having this conversation where he has a certain belief, or no, I'm sorry, let me rephrase that. He says that all males has this particular belief. Is that correct? Well, you said.
So, if you're gonna ask a question, you gotta ask a question. You can't start off your question with saying like, with using my statements. Ask your question.
All right, let me ask. You gotta ask your question. I'm sorry. Let me ask the question first, okay? The question is, if you are married currently, right, or you foresee yourself getting married, would you ever?
I still don't agree. I already tell you that.
What? How am I not asking the question?
Okay, keep on.
Okay, so if you're married, or if you ever foresee yourself getting married in the future, would you ever like sleep with another female other than your wife? That's the question.
But that's not how it went, and that's not.
But I just need to know yes or no at this point.
Okay.
I just need to know yes or no.
All right.
Make it simple. Yes or no.
But that's not. Okay.
And then we'll get into it. And now please be truthful now.
If they're smart, everybody's gonna say no.
You said if they're smart?
Yeah,
But some men in here are not married.
No. See, everybody's gonna say no. But that's. But see, that's not how. I mean, I don't even know how to get you to like. That wasn't a proper way of formulating the question. Because that has nothing to do with the statements that we were going back and forth about.
You talking about like if the wife isn't doing what her duties are?
No, the whole thing we were talking about was females' abundance is in their 20s, males' abundance is in their 30s.
Okay.
That was what we were talking about. Okay. You were asking about this drama. She's watching this drama, right? Okay, she's watching this drama on TV. In the drama, right, there's like, I don't know, it was like 4 couples. There's like 4 couples in the drama. And I guess in this drama, the men, I guess, are all cheating on their wives in this drama. Mm-hmm. Is that right?
Yes. And okay. They wanted to, half of them want a divorce to be with the new girl.
Okay. So half of the men want a divorce to be with the new girl, or all the men. Wait,
No, it was two out of three.
of the men want a divorce.
Yes, the third guy that was cheating, he didn't tell his wife. He still treated his wife good and all that stuff. And I mean, the wife found out on her own that he was having an affair with somebody else. Otherwise, she wouldn't have known.
Okay. That's okay. So the question from there was, how is it possible?
Yeah, how is it
you stop me
possible?
if I get it wrong. How is it possible that those men would jump to these other women, right, and leave their wife?
That's correct.
Right?
Right.
Okay.
That's correct.
The response to that was, because she's making it seem like it was like an easy thing. So the response to that was, they must not be providing something that those men want. That's the only way that they would want to leave that relationship to go to another relationship. That was the response to that. Right?
But then,
Because it's not that they're just cheating.
Okay.
They actually want to leave the relationship. Right?
okay, but I also said in there, that if the guy knows that he's not being satisfied, or like he want to be with
He's
somebody
not getting
else,
something out of it, right?
why doesn't he just tell his current wife, hey, look, I don't want to be with you anymore. You know what I'm saying? Let's get a divorce. Why stay in that relationship and then have an affair? That's the part I wasn't understanding, right?
Well, I don't honestly, I don't know. I can't speak for all dudes on that one, but in general, I would think that the consensus would be like, if you're in that situation, I would think that the consensus would be, you know, why burn down this ship? Why burn down this ship to jump on another ship? You know, if they don't know, then they don't know. You know what I mean? And unfortunately, the way of the world is everybody wants more of everything. You know what I mean? So if you can get away with it, I'm just being honest. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna tell you, you know, they're scared to lose half. That could be it too. They're scared to lose half.
So
That's probably, you know, that's a good one. They scared to lose half.
okay. But then the other part of that conversation was that we were talking about
Was the mindset, essentially.
was the mindset was that
Right.
you know, if the male is very successful, right? Because okay, so our whole conversation was that his argument. You want to say your part?
So I could probably explain it a little
Okay,
bit better.
yeah, go ahead.
So then it gets into the mindset, kind of like how these things work. How can it happen, right? It's kind of where it goes. And what I was trying to explain, and this is where you're probably gonna get all the dudes in here are gonna be like, agreed, right? This is where I was trying to explain like kind of like the mindset and how and why that might happen. So men, I think all of us men in here, okay, can agree that, and for the majority of men, even if it's not one of us here, we can all attest to the fact that in the teens and 20s, it is not as easy for a man to get a woman as it is for a woman to get a man. Is that a true or false statement? We'll let them true or false on that one first, right? But in the 20s and in the early teens, women have all the power, right? Big true. Breaker said false. Breaker will probably be the only one that says false, if they're being honest, I think. Because, let me see, trues. I'd be inclined to agree. I found it easier to date in my later 20s. There's a reason for that. That depends on the guy. It does. Commander Wolf is right. It does depend on the guy, but that's why I said not necessarily us, but if we look across like men in general, just take like, even if it's not you, like let's say you might have been the Mac Daddy in your 20s, right? But think of the next 10 dudes after you. You know what I'm saying? Like how many of those men are really able to pull girls like that in their 20s. Not many. Right? Although there are a couple. There's definitely going to be a couple. For sure, right? Now, you take women in that same age bracket and flip it, they hold all the power. Immensely. Not even a question. There's a reason why, like Gumpelstop said, that he found it easier to date in his later 20s. Right? You already know where I'm going with this, right?
Yeah, I'm itching. I can't wait for
because
you to get that
part. I would dare to say that in Gumpelstop's later 20s, because usually for most people, as they start to hit their later 20s on into their 30s, by that time they start to become more established. Johnny, you gotta catch up, bro. John, I need you to go back, skip through the last like 60 seconds, because I know you want to be on this. Johnny. Go skip to the next last 60 seconds, bro, and come right back and catch up with us, okay? And I'm gonna need you to weigh in. All right. So, like Gumpelstop was saying, so usually, as we start to get kind of toward our later 20s, 30s, right into the 30s, we become a little bit more established. We're starting to get better paying jobs. You know, if we've been following our career path, we're getting our, starting to get nicer vehicles, or we're getting vehicles, or getting, homes. Everything is just becoming a little bit more established, right? Well, that's a big factor in what 90% of women look for. It is what it is. When it comes to, trying to lock down a serious relationship, women want men who got their shit together. It is what it is. And for most men, we're not really gonna get our shit together until our later 20s on into the 30s. So it's until that point for a lot of men before they can start to really secure the women that they want. You know what I mean? Now, of course, you're gonna have the love stories from they were high school sweethearts and stuff like that. Like, all that stuff is true. All that stuff's gonna exist. I'm talking about the majority of men, though, because what's up, G Keto? What just happened? Gup happened? Man, she over here knocking stuff over.
Hey, it's not that I don't agree with you on that part. There's this one part that I don't agree with.
Okay. So, But anyways, so the point that we were making, though, is that women get to enjoy their abundance, and they get to enjoy all of those things in their 20s, right? Women can go and do whatever they want in their 20s. Men, for the most part, don't gain that same level of abundance or options for that same level of abundance until they're in their late 20s and 30s. And the reason for that is because
they're more established there.
Huh?
They're more established at an older age.
Well, because men and women want different things, and they look for different things in a relationship.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
That's why.
So,
you know what I mean?
But you're essentially saying that because men weren't able to enjoy that abundance in their 20s, that they should now be able to enjoy that abundance in
I didn't say they should now be able to. What I said is that there should be some understanding.
Okay.
If men would do that, instead of women looking at that how could they do that? That's not really fair, because
wait, hold on.
Women were doing that in their 20s. In general, this is a general statement.
But we weren't talking about general. We were talking about if you're married. If you're married and trying to enjoy that abundance. That's so that to break off from that, right?
Okay. That is still true, and that still happens. But that only really happens with men who have crazy, incredible amounts of perceived value, i.e., artists, or not like artists, but like musical artists, football stars, basketball stars. All of these dudes are hitting shit in every city they land in, and they wives ain't saying nothing.
Okay, so does that?
But that's because they have that crazy amount of perceived value. So the point that I'm making is that while a lot of women will probably say that, like, oh, I wouldn't accept that. And while that's probably true, there's probably are a lot of women that would say that. There's a lot more who would accept that.
That are regular people like you.
That are regular people. Money and security and provisioning will make people do a lot of things. You will say all day long, I would never do that. And people will etch up like, okay, what if I gave you 5,000? Nope, still wouldn't do it. 10,000, 20,000, can't do it. 30 million. Well, 30 million, shit. Where do I sign? You know what I'm saying? That's the point. You see what I'm saying? There's a certain level that once they meet a certain status or perceived value, they are willing to accept that these other things may be happening in the background. They don't care because they got 30 million. You know what I'm saying? They got the check for 30 million or whatever.
But do you agree with that?
Do I agree with it?
Yeah.
I agree with that. That's just kind of the nature of things. But I also accept the fact that while the men didn't get their abundance until later in life, you know, how can you really be mad? I don't mean you, but I mean women in general. How can a woman in general look at those men and say, "Oh, that's disgusting. How can they do that?" or feel, you know, some type of visceral reaction to that when they got to enjoy their abundance in their 20s. You know what I'm saying? They got it. They got theirs. And we also have to keep in mind that the women didn't have to work for theirs. It was given to them. It was free. Because women don't have to do anything to have it thrown at them. You know what I'm saying?
But
they don't got to do nothing.
But women still, even if like they meet a guy, they still have to work.
She could be a 3. She could be a 3, and we hitting. You know, ask them. And the reason for that, in the 20s, she could be a 3 or 4. We probably gonna hit. And the reason for that is because the women have the abundance in your 20s, so they have all the options. They got all the options. You know what I'm saying? Breaker is the only one that's saying no. You notice all the other dudes in here are pretty much on track, right?
But these are also the same men that are, or the same people are saying that they wouldn't, if they're married, they wouldn't like want to. How did you? I see what you're saying. You're saying I see what you're saying. You're saying like, yo, these are the same people that are saying that, like, you know, you wouldn't cheat on your wives, right? But you're also kind of following this line of thinking. I understand that. None of us are movie stars. None of us have that perceived value. It's hard, just like I was saying, you know, it's hard for a woman to say, oh, I wouldn't do X, Y, and Z, and then you etch that number up. You know what I'm saying? It's hard for men as well to say, oh, we wouldn't do that, but, you know, you give them 3 or 4 Bentleys and, you know, 10, 15, you know, 20-year-olds in front of them. What's really gonna, you know what I'm saying? I'm not saying it's gonna happen. I'm just saying, you know, you etch that number up and see what actually happens in reality. You know what I'm saying? I mean, so by the way, y'all, this is all based on like people being married. There's no, it's not like we're single. This is the discussion really was about people being married, and like if the man is like, okay, in a short like summary of this, the man doesn't he was saying that a guy doesn't experience an abundance of options in his 20s. They experience abundance of options when they get older and more successful.
Yep.
Whereas females are like opposite. The females get all the abundance in their 20s, yep. And then when the female gets older, they don't get that abundance because
you know, they have the clock going and they get older and all that stuff. So that's what he
It's
was
facts.
saying. So then we were having the conversation.
But
of
hang
like,
on, add context to that. The reason you gotta add the context to that as to why that is.
What part?
That whole thing as to why that works the way that it works is because. Oh yeah, Breaker's talking about Kevin Samuels. Yep. Yeah, Kevin Samuels talks about kind of the same kind of stuff. But the reason why that it works that way, to add context to that, the reason why it works that way is because men and women look for different things in each other. You know what I mean? So while
but I feel like if you're getting
like cats moving around.
if you're getting to the point where you marry somebody, you've already found all those things that you wanted in that person. So why go out and have sex with another girl if you've decided and made that decision to marry somebody just because you're successful and whatnot?
I'm not successful enough to try it. That's the point. And neither
You know what I'm
are
saying? Like,
any of us in
because
here.
At that point,
But that's the point that I'm making, is that it's hard to. I mean, all of us can sit around here and say no, but like I said, put 10 Bentleys in front of everybody and put 10, 20. Hey, Gup, you're right over there. Put 10, 20-year-olds in front of everybody. See if everybody still has the same. It's easy to say no to things when you don't have the option.
So
You know what I'm saying? None of these people, including myself, nobody has the option.
Okay,
so
so
it's very easy to say
hold on.
I wouldn't do that.
but what you're saying is when a man is in his 30s and he's married, now that he's
I'm just saying his value is higher at that point. That's all I'm saying.
So,
I'm not saying that he is necessarily going to do these things. I'm saying,
but you're saying it's okay if he does it.
I'm not saying it's okay or not. It being okay that's inside of his relationship with him and his spouse. That's what defines okay. But what I'm trying to make clear here is that it's not until that point that he now has that abundance option. It changes.
Yeah, but my question to you is do you believe
I can't tell
that?
you. I can't. I believe that. I believe that is.
Do you believe in
I
that?
believe, yes, I do believe that is the nature of things, and I don't think there's anything wrong with that being the nature of the things.
So you think that's okay?
I didn't say it was okay. Whether or not it's okay is up to their individual relationships. Okay, with him and his spouse. The point that I'm making is that the nature of things is that when that male, usually when they hit like their 30s, right, and somewhere in there, that's when their value increases because of these things. Men and women looking for different things. You know what I'm saying? I don't think there's anything wrong with admitting that is the nature of things. Just like there's nothing wrong with admitting that. Just like there's nothing wrong with admitting that nature also dictates that women get all that abundance for free in their 20s. You know what I'm saying? The problem is that women get, a little, it might be a little bit more hurtful to accept this as the nature of things, right? But it's not necessarily fair, right? Because they had their abundance when men didn't have the option.
So at this point, we're not talking about celebrities, though. This
it doesn't matter. I'm talking about even normal people.
Yeah,
that's why I said, and that's why we started this off with saying, like, all the dudes in here, right? How many of these dudes had the same abundance in their 20s as their 20-year-old female counterpart? There would be some.
That's fine, but will all the men in here still agree to the fact that if they were married, and would they believe that they deserve that abundance even when they're married? That's the question.
Do they deserve the abundance?
Like would they?
You're saying would they use the abundance?
No.
Would they utilize? Would they actually take part?
No. The question is, do they believe that they're entitled to? Like, do they believe in that? So like for example, right?
Do they believe?
If you're a guy and you're married, or even if you're not married, if you see yourself being married in the future, do you believe that you should, because you weren't able to experience that abundance in your 20s, that you should now be able to do that when you're married in your 30s, being successful? I mean, as a married person, do you think that that's okay? That's the question. Is it okay to you? Like, do you
I think
believe in that?
that's up to individuals.
But
That's not
you
that's
said
not
men.
what's in question. That's not what's in question. I think that part is up to individuals. You know what I'm saying? What's in question is, and what you're hype about is the fact that nature exists. You don't like the fact that, like, now those tables are turned where they have options. You know what I'm saying? But what I would say to that is that the same way that females feel when this is happening, right, is the same way that dudes feel in their 20s when they don't have any options. They're just stuck. They're out. You feel on edge. You know what I'm saying? You're just shit out of luck. So that's why I don't feel like bad. You know what I'm saying? Because it's just the nature of things. And this is where we got into, like, the whole, like, apex animals are trying to fuck everything. That's part of the reason why they're apex. That's part of the reason why they're at the top of the food chain.
Hold on. But you also said that when a man cheats, or when a man has sex with a female, it's not considered cheating. But when a female has sex with a male, it's considered cheating. That's what you said.
Yeah. So that's yes, and that's a concept.
That's still cheating.
Okay. Well, that's your definition of cheating. Cheating also, I would say, is an individual relationship definition. But that concept comes from Kevin Samuels, actually, and the Fresh and Fit guys over there.
Okay.
And what that goes back to is describing that men and women look for different things in each other. You see what I'm saying?
Okay.
Men don't want the same thing from women that women want from men.
Okay.
That's not how we value each other.
Okay.
That's just what that is. Exactly. We can detach from sex. Look what Zero just said it. You see what I'm saying? But it's that
So
concept.
is that a guy thing?
Yeah, men, you can't. So men and women are just wired differently. They're two different things. They don't. I mean,
But
I
females
think it's
can
wrong.
detach too, can't they?
They can. Of course they can.
So how does that make it not cheating then if a guy does it?
Because when a woman does it, right? A woman, and you've admitted to this, right? A woman can't have sex with another man and still love her man. It's impossible, damn near. But like Liquid Zero just said, we can detach from sex easily.
Wait, what did Breaker say? Kevin Samuel says high value men don't cheat. They exercise their options, but only high value men though.
Right. So what Breaker's talking about is exactly like the movie stars, the basketball players, the NFL players. That's what he's talking about.
But you were talking about regular people as well.
I'm not what?
Like
I'm saying that this is the nature. I'm saying this is the nature. I'm not saying anybody should, could, would, whatever. I'm saying that this is just the nature. That it does reverse. That's it. It reverses. Why are you like? Says this is why we can smash 3s and 4s and not give a shit. Boom. And in your 20s, and when in your 20s, a lot of dudes are stuck having to hit 3s and 4s because they don't have no options.
But Liquid Zero is probably talking as if for single men. We're talking about married men.
Nah, they don't. I don't. There's no difference in like in the distinction. Like, you know what I'm saying?
See, thank you, Colin. Cheating is cheating. Thank you.
That's his definition of cheating. I'm not saying this definition of cheating is wrong. I'm just saying all I was pointing out, okay, is that the nature of things is that it shifts, okay. In your 20s, women got the whole value, all of it. You know what I'm saying? For men, they don't really get it until their late 20s and 30s. They don't get the ability. It's hard to explain anything to somebody or to a group of people who have options rather, right? So you had the option as your 20s. So it's hard to explain having to work for that options later on, right? Because it's not given to you. That's why I use the same analogy of like when you're growing up, right, and you want a doll, right, and the doll costs $50, right? Instead of your parents just giving you the doll, they make you work for the doll, so that you can understand the time, commitment, and all those things that it took to be able to purchase that doll, right? But in your 20s, women don't have to work for that doll. All you have to do is just be like a 4. You just have to be like mildly attractive,
But
and we're gonna stick you.
okay, but
You know
why,
what I'm saying?
But why should it matter?
Understand, we don't have that many options to be.
Okay,
the majority of us don't have that many options to begin
But why
with.
should it matter about the options?
The women really hold the power. Period. Wow.
But why should it matter for a man to have the options in abundance if they've already met somebody and are married? That's the problem I have right now is if you're married already,
Everybody likes options. What you mean?
then why get married then?
What you mean? Everybody likes options,
No,
married or
okay,
not.
why stay in
Everybody
marriage?
likes options. You know what I'm saying? Even if you don't utilize your options, nobody's saying that you have to utilize your options. But see, that's why I'm saying you're queuing on the fact that they have options,
But if a man
even
believes
if they're
in
not
that-
utilizing them.
But okay, no, I understand that. But my problem is if a man believes in that and that there's nothing wrong with that, then why are they married? Is the problem? Then
Because
why are they getting married?
They're
to
married
somebody?
because she treats him the way that he wants to be treated, and he treats her the way that she wants to be treated. Simple. That's it. Bottom of the line. That's it. They have similar goals. They treat each other the way they want to be treated. They're married. That's it. You know what I'm saying? You can believe whatever you want. You can believe that that's the nature. That's why I said, I believe that taxes are fucking wrong. Okay? But that doesn't mean I don't pay my taxes. I believe that, if water will drown you, that doesn't mean I'm not getting in the water. You can believe whatever you want to believe, but that's why you have free will. And that's why I say what you're really kind of queuing on is upset that there's options, that they have options. Because while your options, now I don't mean you specifically, I just mean like, in general, while on the female side, the options are decreasing, at that same time, the male options would be increasing. That's all I'm saying. But you can't be mad that the options exist. You had your time for the options.
No, it's not about the options. It's about.
But it has to be.
It's about the men believing in it and doing that practice.
But see, no. If they're doing the practice, if they're actually doing the practice, then it's up to that relationship to figure out if they want to be in that relationship. At that point, if they're actually physically doing that practice, right? If they're doing that practice and they don't want to be part of it, then fine. They can just be like, oh, I'm bouncing. You know what I mean? It's not the same thing as just understanding it and believing that that's the way that the nature is. You know what I mean? So that's why I keep saying, what you're really queuing on is the options. Upset that the option exists. Because the option don't exist on the other side.
I think this is a better example, okay? This is a better. Okay. Who in here, okay? Who in here believes in a polygamous relationship? Because no, this goes with the conversation.
That's the whole.
It does.
That's
It
a
does.
whole different. That's
No,
a
it
whole
doesn't.
different thing.
No, it doesn't. It goes with.
No, you can't pull Hero's thing in here. That is a whole different conversation. That is a whole different conversation.
But wouldn't that be essentially
No.
the same thing?
No. It's not. They said the man is fucked if he does it without her knowing. If she knows they get married, that's on her. If she doesn't agree. Wait, what did I miss? Taxation is theft. IRS, I pay my taxes. Please don't arrest me. Taxation is theft. Whatever you say about a married man still being a man and having a man's nature, she ain't trying to hear it. I kind of try to explain that to you too, just in general, like how Mother Nature works, how it works in the animal kingdom. Everything is hitting everything, because the whole point of it is to ensure your genetic makeup succeeds. And that's why if you look at the majority of the apex animals, they hit everything. Lion King, I even told you this, right? So you look at Lion King, in the wild, Simba and Nala would have been brother and sister. Because if there was any other cubs out there that wasn't Mufasa's, he would have murdered them. Because lions, they fuck everything. He was hitting all them girls in the wild. For real. You know, Mufasa would have hit everything. Everything there. And all of them kids would have been his kids, not just Simba.
Read what No Fucks Givens just wrote.
What is that? The man is fucked if he does it without her knowing. If she knows and they get married, that's on her.
But see,
if she doesn't agree.
But that was my question, though.
But that's what do you mean?
Because his statement, what he just said, was what I asked earlier.
If he does it without her knowing.
No, not that line. I'm talking about the last line. If she
knows
so
and they get married.
So for example, okay, you believe in that.
So if she knows and they get married, that's on her if she doesn't agree.
Right. So I'm just going to.
But he's not saying if it's happening.
No. I'm not talking about if it's happening. I'm saying as just as far as belief. So for example, okay, I'm just going to take you and me for example.
Okay.
So if you believe that it's okay to do that, or if you believe in like that aspect of like a man being married and the man has sex with another girl or whatever, if you believe in that, and me knowing that, right? How am I as a woman or female supposed to feel knowing that you believe in that?
You just have to take it at face value. If it's being offered to you at face value, then you have to be willing to take it at face value. So you could say, yo, this is what I believe the nature of things are. If I don't want to partake, I don't partake. You know what I'm saying? This is what free will is. You can get hit coming or going, because you could be in it where like they're being honest with you and they tell you like, yo, I don't do this X, Y, and Z. Or you could be in a relationship where they don't tell you and they hit you with it. So I mean, you know, everybody's got to make their mind up for themselves on, you know, what risk they want to take. The whole thing is a crapshoot, right? I mean, honest to God, at least in this instance, I would say, right? At least someone is telling you straight up, right? Hey, this is what I think it is. This is, you know, what I believe the nature of it is. But I don't partake. But that's what free will is. You think that because they tell you that it's not going to happen?
I don't know. It's a coin toss at that point. If they tell me they believe in something.
No, and that's where you're wrong. It's a coin toss all the time.
But no.
Yes, it's always a coin toss.
Because if the guy doesn't believe in that,
it's always a coin toss.
How's that a coin toss? If a guy doesn't believe in that,
because what you got to remember, they don't have to believe in that to cheat on you.
That's true, but at least you're not. That's not like a hurdle before you get married.
But see, this is also the difference between men and women, right? Like, you all see like upfrontness and like shit like right in front of you as like a red flag, whereas men, we want this like upfrontness. Like, we wish you would just tell us like straight up, clear as day. You know what I'm saying? It's just men and women are different beings. They want different things. They think different. They're different. That's why they've had that book for years. What, women are for Venus and men are for Mars or some shit like that. Like, this is how it is. Wow, I walked into a lion. He says loin, but lion incest conversation. If a man, wait, let me see here. No fucks given. Llama G, what's up, man? Also, just got here. What we talking about, man? You got to back it up, man. You got to back it up. Let me catch up in here. What's going on? Zero's here. Hold on, let me see. No fucks given said, if a man tell you he wants to bang side pieces, the woman agrees, they get married. No big deal. If she says no, but he asks her to marry him and she says yes, well, he's being shitty. Y'all can't flip.
Huh?
So, let me see if I read that right. If the woman agrees, they get married. No big deal. If she says no, but he asks her to marry him, and she says yes. So essentially, I think kind of like what I was saying, where like it's the difference between telling you to your face and not saying anything about it.
No, I think what he was saying was...
Oh, you left that apart? It says
Yeah, I think what he meant was, if she says she doesn't believe in it and the man still does that's shitty. Is that right?
Maybe we'll retype it. And we bring all these raw conversations. We bring these raw, real conversations. Okay, you don't get this on no other Gumplet channels anywhere. This is exclusive.
Because I really feel like all men don't have this belief system. There's like several.
It's not a belief system. It's not a belief. Stop. You're making it sound like it's religious or something.
Well,
it's not a religious thing.
But you stated earlier
I'm not saying that. I didn't state that it was anybody's religion. I'm telling you,
I didn't say religion. We ain't talking about religion.
You're saying that you said belief. I'm telling you right now that this is nature. This is how you cannot tell me. No dude in here is going to say that women don't have all the power in their 20s. As a whole, women don't. That is women really. I mean, you'll find dudes in here going to tell you women have all the power forever.
No, but
which is kind of true.
But
that's just the nature of things.
But that wasn't the argument. The argument was when men because men didn't prosper or whatever, in their 20s and bang a bunch of girls, that it's now okay for them.
No, I didn't say it was okay.
Or it's nature that
I didn't. Nope, you're still fucking it up.
Okay, go ahead. What were you saying?
I just said that it is what it is. Again, I can't say whether it's okay or not. That is between that party. I can't say whether it's okay or not.
But you said it wasn't. You didn't see wrong in that though.
I don't see anything wrong in it personally, considering, again, that women had their abundance in their 20s. So I don't see anything wrong in the fact that the men now have that option. Whether or not they choose to exercise it or not is on them.
While they're married.
Hey, that's not got nothing to do with me. While they're married, while they're not married, that ain't got nothing to do with me. My responsibility is to worry about you and me. Okay? That's my responsibility. What everybody else is doing is what everybody else is doing. The point that I'm making is that I don't see anything wrong with it, considering how many dudes, in their 20s, and this is why we brought up the whole dating app thing, right? Dudes, if we get on a dating app, right? We can hit 100 girls up. We can hit 100 girls on a dating app. We'll be lucky if 10% of those girls respond. You can get on a dating app right now and hit up 100 dudes. You don't even have to hit them up. You don't have to do anything. You won't have to do anything. All you do is put your face on it. You won't have to touch nothing. You'll have a dude lined up for the next 3 months straight. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. We will be lucky to get one this week, much less 2 this week, 3 this week. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, that part I agree with you on.
So if you can see that, okay? So if you can see that that's true, then you have to understand the inequity, okay, of the abundance from the 20s to the 30s. I mean, that's what I'm saying. If you can understand that, then you should also be able to say, okay, that's why I can understand the inequity when you're in your 20s and girls have all the options and dudes have none.
Look.
Y'all steady fighting over 9s and 10s. We out here scrapping over 3s and 4s.
Okay, look. My whole thing.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, yes. No, I get it. But my whole thing was my whole argument in this. Look, if you want to be single and fuck everything you see and prosper like that, cool, whatever. My problem was if you're married and still trying to do that. That's what was my problem. You know what I mean? Because at that point, if you're trying to be married, and just because you didn't prosper back in 20s, and you think like you have some kind of entitlement to be, whether you're a celebrity or not, you can be a normal person thinking that that's okay and that's not wrong. You know, I feel like that is wrong.
Well, that's up to that again, and that's fine. That's fine because again, whether it's right or wrong is up to that individual relationship. Okay, I'm not saying that I'm not saying that you can do it, you should do it. What I'm pointing out is simply that the nature at that point changes, and that the options at that point change. And what you're keying on again is really the fact that options even exist going the opposite direction. But what point that I'm making is, should you really, or should you or other women in general be upset that the nature exists or the options exist at that point? When you guys had all of your options?
It's not an option if the guy doesn't see any wrong in it.
What?
That's the problem. It's not about having an option. Everybody has options in life, right? The problem is that the guy doesn't see that he doesn't see the wrong in being married and having sex with another girl. That's the problem.
I didn't say that he didn't. They some of them said that they would. I didn't say that they didn't.
What?
They could think that is wrong. Again, wrong and right is all up to that particular relationship and what they want to do in that particular relationship. That's why you have free will. You know? But at the same time, I don't think there's anything wrong with acknowledging the fact that nature dictates at that point that, you know, if they're on their shit and they're, you know, doing everything they're supposed to be doing, that they probably have those options at that point. And they probably have more options than the equivalent female of the same age. There's nothing wrong with admitting that that is, you know, true or false. The only reason why it would be wrong to admit true or false is because you lose the power. You lose the confidence. It's really, you know what I'm saying? But again, put it on the flip side, men didn't get that, you know, exactly. Women get insecure when that balance flips. That's exactly right. That's exactly what it is. Women get secure when that balance flips. You know, because again, you don't understand what it's like to hold that balance in the other direction. You don't understand what it feels like to have that power. Why don't you understand what it feels like to have that power? Because it was given to you. You didn't have to do anything for it. The doll that cost $50, you didn't have to work for that doll. They just handed you the doll. You know what I'm saying? You just were a girl of at least average attractiveness. You see what I'm saying? We're on the flip side. The man has to wait. He has to get a nice job. He has to be in shape. He's got to have a 401k. He's got to have a nice car. You know what I'm saying? He has to do all these other things before he gets this same flood of women toward him that women got of men toward them for doing nothing. So when that balance flips, you know what I'm saying? They feel a little insecure, like, oh, I can so easily be replaced. That's how men feel in their 20s. You know what I'm saying?
Yes. I don't understand why like it's so complicated. Why can't it just be like the man is loyal and faithful and the woman is loyal and faithful? Like
they can't be. Nobody's saying again. What you're keying on is being insecure, because nobody's saying that they're not going to be loyal and faithful. Nobody's saying anything like that.
You just what are you talking about? You just.
I'm pointing out the nature, guys. I'm pointing out the nature.
You just said that that you don't see any wrong in that. Like that in itself is like, why don't you see that there's wrong in that?
I already explained it to you. I don't see that there's any wrong in that because women had their opportunity. You don't understand it because it was given to you. And that's why I said this is true for just about anything where there's inequity, okay, in how people attain something. All right, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Anytime you have inequity on how people obtain things, the
party that got it for free is not going to understand how the party that had to work for it, why they will assert their dominance or their ability to actually at least have the option. You don't need to assert your ability to have that option, for one, because you don't have the options as you did, right? And for two, because the options were given to you. You don't understand what you had to go through to obtain that power. You see what I'm saying? So it's not the same thing for you to say, oh, I wouldn't do that because, X, Y, and Z, when you had the option. And while somebody else to say, oh, I wouldn't do that either, but they don't have the option. That's the difference. You're saying you wouldn't do it, but you had the option. They're saying they wouldn't do it, but they didn't have the option anyways.
Okay, but when in your 20s, did you actually make initiatives to ask people out?
Of course.
Okay, and what happened?
The same thing that happened to probably the most of the men in here. I got turned down most of the time. And even if I didn't get turned down most of the time, okay, there's no way that I would have had the same amount of incoming women that my equivalent female would have had of men. You know what I'm saying? She did.
What?
G Keto said, even you turned me down at first. Is he right? And he is. And he's right. Facts. Big facts. Hashtag big facts. You know what I'm saying? Hashtag big facts. And this is true for the majority of men. This is just the truth for us. Right? We understand this. Right? And again, this kind of goes with that whole freaking, the dating app thing. It's a perfect, social, a small chasm of what's actually happening in the real world. What you see on your phone in those dating apps is just a small version of what's happening everywhere. Think about how many dudes, I forget who it was. There was somebody that, I forget who it was. It was either it was one of those guys, right? He asked the question. He was like, what store do you go to all the time?
Oh, you talking about the candy store?
No, not that one. That's a different analogy. Just name a store you go to all the time. Let's say it's Starbucks, right? You go to Starbucks. You go to the same Starbucks every day, right? You have the same cashier every day. Checks you out, gets your drink every day, right? And you go to Starbucks. It's a dude, okay? I bet you don't know his name. Why?
Because I'm not attracted to him.
But it's a cashier. It's a dude that you see in front of you every single day, and you don't know his name.
Would that be the same thing for a guy? A guy's not going to go marry
it's
someone
not.
that's
It's
a
not
one.
the same thing. It's not the same thing.
So would you marry a girl that's a one?
Well, you're going backwards with this. You're not tracking what I'm putting down right here. Okay, what I'm putting down right here is you go to the same Starbucks every day. You get the same drink every day. You have the same male cashier every day, and you don't know his name, right?
Okay.
Why? He's invisible to you.
Because I'm not attracted to him.
Right. That's fine. You're not attracted to him. But that's the problem, is that it's somebody that you see every single day and you don't know his name. He's got a name tag on. You see the same person every single day and you don't know his name?
I mean, it's not
impossible.
It's not like he's trying to converse with me. If he's just asking for my drink and not saying, hey, how you doing? How's your day going? Or something like that, then right. I'm not going to take note. I'm just thinking he's just trying to do his job.
Even if he was, you probably still wouldn't know his name.
Now, at that point, if he's trying to create conversation, I'd probably take note. Now, if I'm not attracted to him, then I'm still gonna be polite, but I'm not gonna go out my way to have a conversation.
If you was ugly, you'd be attracted to him, or more likely you'd be attracted to him. If you didn't have as many options, it's more likely you would be attracted to him.
Just because I don't have options, I would be attracted to him.
Yeah, that's the way it works.
That doesn't make sense.
That's the way it works. The less options you have, the more attractive. if there's anybody in here that's former military, they'll tell you that's why we call it sand goggles. Anytime we're deployed overseas, right? We've been deployed for a long time. We call it sand goggles because girls that are like 3s and 4s back home start to become like 8s and 9s in the middle of the desert. That's exactly what happens. That's what happens.
Okay, so let me ask you something, okay?
Men would settle for a 1, but a female will never do that.
So you would settle for a 1. You would marry somebody that's a 1.
I would have to agree with that. Overall, I would have to agree with that.
Huh?
I
agree with what?
With his statement. Overall, I have to agree with that. At some point or another, men would settle.
For a 1.
Yeah, because men, again, there's less that a man wants than what women want. So overall, I'm not saying I would go so far as to be a 1, me personally, but there's a lot of men, I'm sure, that would settle for a 1.
So now I'm asking you personally.
Me personally, I probably wouldn't settle for a 1.
Would you settle for a 2?
Me personally, probably not.
How low would you go before you settle? What number do they have to be? At least the minimum.
It'd probably have to be at least a 4.
A 4.
Yep. And the reason that they can be a 4 is because the criteria ain't that high. That's what you got to understand about men, is that the criteria ain't that high. You see what I'm saying? That's why it can be as low as like a 1 or a 2 or a 3. For women, you can't understand that because for women, it has to be much higher. The qualities that you're looking for to say, oh, I'm going to get married to this person, that list is way longer. You know what I'm saying? For us, that list really ain't that long. You see what I'm saying? And even then, right? A woman will have like this list of like 20 things, right? We talking like 20 different things. A woman's gonna want like minimum 18 out of 20 of those things checked.
That's not true.
That is very true. She's gonna want like, what's up, Victor? Yo, we having a hot one right now, Victor. Look, so a woman's gonna want like, out of 20 of those items, she's going to want like 18, 17. And this is just an average. Mind you guys, we're talking average. We're talking averages, right? You know, not most. There's lots of women that this doesn't apply to and men that this doesn't apply to. But they're going to want like 20 things, right? They're going to want 17 or 18 of those things checked. Men, our list is going to be like 5. You know what I'm saying? We're going to have like 5 things. And if we can get like 2 or 3 out of those 5, yo, we're gonna be like, yo, go ahead, we'll take it. Go ahead. 2 out of 5, we'll be like, yo, that ain't bad. You know what I'm saying? Facts. Let me see. DT Warrior, what's up, man? Say you're forgetting the fact that men find attractive with his eyes. Women are attracted by their ears. Good point, right? And that's why I was saying why, like, you know, a lot of these dudes will go for like younger women once they hit that certain like status or value proposition, right? I mean, you got girls filtering dudes by height alone. Like, bruh, seriously? That's what Gumbo Stop just said. He's agreeing. He's saying like you have the option to filter dudes by height. You have to understand that that's an abundance option. Okay? That's an abundance option. For you to even have the ability to say, I'm not going to even consider you because you're not tall enough. You see what I'm saying?
But I don't think all females are like that.
A lot of them, you're like that. You said earlier today, you had your last dude, right? Same height as you.
But I still
hated it.
I still dated him though.
But where's he at? Women will date all day long. Well,
I mean, we're still in a relationship.
Who?
The last person.
Where's he at now?
It just didn't work out.
Of course it didn't work out because that was one of the list of 20 things. But with a dude...
But it lasted for years.
But with the dude, right? He was willing to die there. You weren't.
Well, yeah, because I saw something more out there.
Right. Because your list is longer, but his list won't long.
But I didn't have a list.
Yeah. All women have lists. Oh, that was part of the list. Gumplestop just nailed it on the head. Gumplestop nailed it on the
But
head.
the height is not like make it or break it. That's just like some extra.
We don't get that option. Again, you're talking about options versus not having the option. You have the option to filter. He's pointing out that you got the option of filtering by height. So if there was 100 dudes here, right? There was 100 dudes in this room and 100 females in this room. Okay? All the dudes are trying to get with you. Okay? All of them. All 100. Okay? You have the option of saying, oh, you're not above 5'8", so you're out. Okay? I'm in the same room. I got 100 girls in here. Right? Only like 50% of them, really, and let's be real. Only like 20% of them are going to be interested in me. Because why? Because just like you, where you have your height thing, they're all 100 of them are going to have their height thing too. So I'm not going to meet the height standards for 80% of them. You see? So without doing anything, 80% of those 100 females are already going to evaporate for me. So now, if I say, oh, I only want females that are, I'd be a dumbass to say, yo, at this point, I only want females that are 5'4" and shorter because I like my girls short. You know what I'm saying? I'd be an idiot because I only got 20% left. I only got 20 girls left. The other 80%, just like you, crossed me out because of whatever height. Just like you crossed out all those men because of height. Those 80% of those women crossed me out for the height.
But I've never crossed out anyone because of height.
We're just using this as an example, okay? This is just a list item. Again, you have the option to. I can't do that. You can cross them out and still have like 80 people to pick from. You know what I'm saying? You still have 80 people to pick from. If I only have 20 people to pick from, okay? I mean, how picky am I going to be? You know what I'm saying? If you got 80 people to pick from, you have the ability to have some to you know what I'm saying? You can be kind of stingy. You can be like, I don't like your hair color. Your eyes are kind of, you know what I'm saying? If I only got 5 people in front of me, I'm gonna be like, man, fuck the eye color and the hair color or whatever. Can you cook? Can you clean? You got a good job? You know what I'm saying? Like, all right, cool, bet, let's go. You know what I'm saying? But you got 80 people in front of you, so you get to really, you can tailor your options to the best of the best. The best of the best. Because you have all these options. You get to tailor your joint. You know what I'm saying? You can say I had to have an interview with every single person. You know what I'm saying? Because then, at that point, if you have so many options, right? You got dude A and dude B could be exactly the same, right? But the dude B, he makes $100,000 more than dude A. Which dude are you going to pick? If they're exactly the same, you're going to pick dude A or B? Which one are you going to pick? If they're exactly the same.
Like same personality and everything?
If they're exactly the same. If there was 2 of me, okay? If there was 2 of me, and one of me worked at McDonald's, and the other of me works where I work now, which one would you pick?
It's just a money thing.
Yeah, which one would you pick?
I didn't know where this is going.
Which one would you pick? Guys, she don't want to answer. She don't want to, you see her, right? She don't want to answer. If you had 2 of me, right? One of me works at McDonald's, one of me works where I work now. Which one of me would you pick?
Do I have to choose one?
Yes, you only have to choose one. G Keto said even he would pick the better one. Of course. Everybody would.
But that's kind of shallow, ain't it?
But it is shallow. It's very shallow. It's very shallow. But guess what? Guess what else? It's reality. And it's the nature of things. That's how the animal kingdom works for humans. That's just...
I think that's too extreme.
It's not too extreme because... It's not too extreme because you think you can say that because, again, you're living on the opposite side. But for dudes, that's the reality. For guys, that is the reality. A lot of times we'll get passed up for stuff just like that. Strictly based off of money.
But ain't that the same thing for females?
No, it's not the same thing from females because, again, we don't want the same thing from females that you all want from us.
So are you saying the guys in here wouldn't mind if their wife worked at McDonald's?
Correct. Some of them would not mind. It wouldn't, I'm not saying they wouldn't mind, but it wouldn't be as big of a deal for them. There's other things in general, and guys, remember, we're talking in general, but there's other things that men want from their wife, you know, that take higher priority than money. We're not saying that we, you know, don't want her to make no money. You know what I'm saying? Look what Zero said. Nope, he don't care. Hazard's Cookie said, I wouldn't give a shit where she worked. Even Breaker has been on the other side of this for most of this conversation. Even he said it's not shallow. So I mean, yeah, we wouldn't care. For the most part.
So I would prefer a better option.
Yeah, well, for me, I would prefer a better option as well. Talking about which one would you pick? The McDonald's one? We're not shitting on anybody that works at McDonald's, by the way, guys. We're just using this as an example. You know, but of course, everybody's going to pick the better option. You know what I'm saying?
But guys are going to do that too. They're going to pick the better option.
Yeah, we are. But what you have to understand is that our option list is not as big as yours. We don't have 80 contestants to choose from. We got 5 to choose from.
But I feel like the option is not going to matter if the girl's not attracted to them.
No. Stop. What you got to remember is you have 80 to choose from. You got 80% to choose from. We've got 20% to choose from. So you got 80 people out of 100. We've got 20 out of 100. We really probably don't even have that much out of 100. Out of 100, we probably have like 5%.
It depends on the guy.
Again, we're talking in generals. There are going to be anomalies to this, okay? The anomalies are so small that they're not even worth talking about.
Well, it kind of does, because if you put
it kind of doesn't.
guy
It kind of doesn't. It kind of doesn't. It kind of doesn't. The anomalies are so small that they're not even worth talking about. You know what I'm saying? They're just... Colin said, why would you pick the worst option?
Well, nobody, whether you're a male or female, would want to go
if
with
she
the
was
worst
hot.
Option. That's just human nature. Like,
look, he said, if she was hot, no dude would mind in that specific case. Exactly, we're not looking for that.
So I don't have to work. I can work at McDonald's then.
Breaker said, look, now I want you, because Breaker's been on the other side of this. Breaker said, men basically want a housewife, someone fit. Women want a certain height, wealth, status, looks, etc. It keeps going. And Breaker's been on the other side of this conversation multiple times now. And even he is admitting what I just said. Y'all's list is bigger. You got options. You got all this stuff. But you can have that big list because you have options.
Okay, so since you said that, I can stop working then. I can work at McDonald's and you'll be fine with that?
Yeah, you can go ahead.
I can work at McDonald's.
You can work at McDonald's.
Quit my great job and work at McDonald's. You be alright?
No, I personally wouldn't be okay with it.
Well, why not? You just said.
Because I like you being able to have some money.
See? No, you can't do that.
Look,
no.
Look, hang on, okay? It's not to say that I want you to work at McDonald's. Again, what we're saying is that it's not a deal breaker for us. That's the difference.
I know, but my thing is...
No, you don't know.
You
Hang
wouldn't
on.
mind.
What?
So if I decided I wanted...
No, listen. What that is to illustrate is that where you work and how much money you make is not a deal breaker.
I know. Okay, yeah, I get that.
Okay, but but hang on. For you to sit up here and ask a dumbass question like, "Oh, if I sabotage myself and go work in," that is sabotage. Look, you already have your job. Okay, so don't apply. Some of these things you got to separate yourself and not try to be funny, right? I'm being dead ass.
Let's say I don't like my career and I want to change my career, but the career that I changed to, like, I really like art. So if I want to go into an art major, and some art major, is not really popping like that and making money, would you be okay with it?
Yeah, I'd be fine with that.
You would be okay.
Yeah, you want to go into art? You want to go do some art? You want to go do some art? I mean,
you straight up be okay.
Strap, you want to go do some art? You want to do some finger painting? I mean, what we talking about? What we talking about? You doing some finger painting, some graffiti? What kind of art you want to do? Again, that whole thing though is to illustrate that men aren't so concerned. It's not a deal breaker for us. Okay, if you lost your job, okay, you could lose your job tomorrow. Let's say you got fired tomorrow, right? You could lose your job tomorrow, and I wouldn't be like, oh, you lost your job, you gotta get out. You know?
You'd probably tell me to go find another job.
Right? But let's say you can't find. Let's say the job market is hard. Job market is hard, especially making good money. So let's say you lost your job, right? And now the next job that you could find only paid half of what you were making at the last job, right? That's not gonna make me be like, look, you only make half what you used to make. You gotta go. I'm sorry, the relationship's done.
No, you wouldn't tell me to go, but
I would be like, the relationship's done.
You would tell me the relationship is
No,
done.
I'm saying I wouldn't. That's the point.
I know that.
But it's not the same way. It's not the same way, the opposite direction. If a man lost his job, right, and could no longer support his family or his wife, I'm not saying all again, this is general, there's a much higher chance that the woman is not going to want to be in that relationship.
That's not true at all.
That is facts. That's
not true.
Your last relationship, you just said
Not
earlier.
that one. But there was one.
No, look, you just said earlier that was another thing on the list, right?
What?
You made way more.
No, but we're talking about if somebody didn't have a job.
You not keeping no dude that ain't got no job. I know you.
Yes, I did. Yes, I did. At one point.
No.
I did.
Stop the cat. Okay?
Huh?
Stop lying.
I'm not. I swear.
There's no point in talking about what you did at one point because they're gone. They're not here now. Where are they?
That was for a different reason.
No, it's all part of that package. You could say it was for a different reason. You could say whatever. No, it's all part of that package. When you go to break up with somebody, okay, you break up with the package. Okay, you don't break up with them for one thing. You're breaking up with the package, right? It might be like something that broke the camel's back or something, but you're breaking up with the package. You see what I'm saying? So, just like in your last relationship, right? You don't ever bring up a single fact as to why you're not in that last relationship. You don't ever say, this is why, and this is the only reason why I'm not in that relationship.
Well, the last one had multiple.
They all have multiple. If you're not there,
no.
They all have multiple. For women, they all have multiple because your list is so big. Wrong height. Fucking don't make enough money, don't wear the pants, the list will go on. Where for us, the list is much shorter. It could literally, for us, it could be like, yo, she's not hot enough anymore. Or, I don't know. It could be something really simple because the list is shorter. You're not really qualifying for that much. You know what I'm saying? She could lose her job and men would be jumping at her, no question. That's what. You know how many girls out here are getting hit on and have no fucking job? How desperate would you or any of your female friends, again, we're not disparaging people that have fast food jobs, but how desperate would you consider yourself or any of your friends, your girlfriends, to be hitting on a guy who worked in McDonald's?
If that's what they want to do.
No. Would you be hitting on a guy that worked in McDonald's?
Personally, I wouldn't.
Why not?
They'd probably be young, for one.
They'd be young, right? Go. Keep going down that.
They'd be younger than me.
They'd probably be younger than you. This is gonna go right into what Gumplestop was talking about earlier. Great.
And I feel like the man should provide. The man is the backbone. How you say the man is the backbone of the relationship, should be the head of the household, right?
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
So, but why wouldn't you take this guy? He got a job. It's a stable job. He working at McDonald's. He's doing his thing. What's wrong with
there's
that?
nothing wrong with McDonald's.
So then, why wouldn't you want him? Why wouldn't you be hitting on that guy then?
If I was attracted to him and stuff, I don't see.
If you were attracted to him.
Yeah, if I was attracted to him and he had a good personality, like.
So you could see yourself marrying.
I didn't say marry.
See, but that's the point. That's the point, guys. That's the point right there. You're not gonna take him home. You're not gonna seal the deal.
Well, you don't know. 'Cause I've
You're
never
not gonna
dated
seal the
somebody.
deal. You ain't gonna. Girls not gonna seal the deal. You know what I'm saying? You're not gonna seal the deal. You say, "Oh, I don't know about marrying."
I feel like I should at least find somebody that's like on the same page as I am, that has the same goals and aspirations that I do.
So he has the same goals and aspirations, but he works at McDonald's. What's wrong with that?
What's his goals and aspirations?
What his goals and aspirations are the same as yours.
Like what?
I can't tell you. Just imagine. You're asking me because you don't know what yours are.
You can't.
No.
I don't know.
Pretend whatever it is that you want to do. Pretend that that's what he wants to do. Except that he works at McDonald's. That's it. That's it. So now, why are you not gonna marry him?
I mean, I don't, because I'm not understanding how he would be able to have the same aspiration and goals if we're not even in the same like field.
Field? What do you mean field?
By goals and aspiration, I mean like, you know, like we have like similar, like a similar job level.
You say, "Yikes, I'm out." She'd be avoiding that way. She'd be avoiding the Happy Meal because if the guy has swagger, she knows he might sweep her off her feet. Chivalry only exists when there is inequity between the sexes. This is very true as well. Asian culture, women prefer the men to be able to provide for the family. Trust me, I'm Asian and I know. This is very true. Asian culture, y'all are very strict about that. You know that.
Yeah, so that's why I'm not understanding McDonald's, because
Well, the point that I'm making.
how can he be the backbone? Okay, so in my mind, backbone is a man that's like,
Well, no, now you're switching it. We weren't talking about backbone. We were just.
Yeah, I
you
said
said
backbone
no,
5 minutes ago.
No, you said what you said, and y'all can run it back. What you said was, how can he have the same goal as long as he has the same goals and aspirations? And I said he has the same goals and aspirations as you. He just works at McDonald's.
okay, well maybe he's
Will
not
you marry
able
him?
to. He don't have the funds, or he doesn't have
The
what
funds. He
the
don't have the
tools,
funds.
or the tools that he needs to get there. Which I don't mind helping. I've done it before.
But they're not here now. The point is, you can say that as much as you want. You won't seal the deal. You keep saying,
But
I've
that
done
was,
it before.
That was early in the relationship.
But you
though.
won't seal the deal. Why ain't you seal the deal then?
It wasn't me that didn't seal the deal.
Okay.
I can't help it if I buy the house with the person and he still wants to live with his parents. I can't help that. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, you got
like
okay.
It wasn't like there's other factors maybe you don't know about, but that was one of the factors was that I bought a house with somebody and he didn't want to live with me. He wanted to live with his parents. So what am I supposed to do at that point? At that point, it's not me that's stopping the relationship. It's the guy.
Okay, so you take an L on that one. But you're still not answering my question about, are you going to take the guy at McDonald's that has the same aspirations as you?
I mean, yeah, if he has the same aspiration and goals.
The same aspirations?
You know, I don't know his story. Maybe he, doesn't have the tools or whatever he needs to get there. I mean, everybody starts from somewhere. No one starts, unless you're like Kim Kardashian or like some famous
Joey.
or famous person. You know what I'm saying? You're not going to start off at the top. Everybody starts from the bottom up.
Breaker said a good thing right there. He said, you can have the same goals, but that doesn't mean that he has opportunities to get there. That's very true. Because not everybody has the same opportunities.
That's what I'm saying. Not everybody has the same tools and whatever. Everybody starts from the bottom. I started from the bottom. You started from the bottom.
Quit playing. She trying to act like we shouldn't be placing a value level on her, but she's clearly able to place value on men, but she doesn't want to admit it. She's trying to sidestep on specifics. Very true.
Okay.
Did you feel okay?
I mean, I feel like it's the same thing for guys when they choose females to be their wife. You just said you wouldn't take a one.
That's
two,
me
or
personally.
three.
But,
Yeah,
but understand, I'm saying that from the position of someone who I feel that my value is high enough that I have enough options that I wouldn't need to choose a one. Okay?
Okay.
But remember, in general, I'm saying that most of us don't have that many options. So a 1 would be acceptable. A 1 is look, if you only got 2 choices, a 1 is acceptable. If you're choosing between 2 1s, if you're choosing between a 1 and a 2, you know what I'm saying? Because unlike women, men will, unlike women, okay, when it comes down to like end of the day, and we only have 3 options, right? And the 3 options are a 1, a 2, or being by ourselves. We will pick one of those 2 before we're like, okay, let's just be lonely. You know what I'm saying? We will pick one of those 2.
The 1 or 2?
The 1 or the 2. If we only have the option of a 1, a 2, or a lonely, we will pick one of those 2 without fail. If that is our only options, we will pick one of those.
But I think females will do that too.
No, they won't.
If they
A
only
lot
have
of
2
females would
options.
be like, nah, I'm not settling for nothing. A lot of females don't settle. They be like, yo, I ain't settling. A lot of them. At least not until they get to a point where their value has dropped so much that it really doesn't matter. At least not until they get to a point where their value has dropped so much that they no longer have any options. You know, you gonna say, oh, I'm gonna settle, but you waited till you were like 45 to get there. You know what I'm saying? Well, yeah, you are gonna settle, because you know what I'm saying? Said, but if he's still at that level at 30 or 40, wait, what? So how about that? So Dumpa Stop switched over to LGI Media, his other side. Psycho Seer said that is true, but even if your country is already open to equality, our culture and religion are still emphasizing and teaching everyone that men should always be the better person. Sad. So Zero brings up a good point there too. You know, going back to the whole like equality and inequity and equity in things. You know, society always want men to be like fucking nice about it, and you know, should be the bigger person. We should walk away, and all these extra things. They don't ever teach that to women though. You know, so I don't really think that, like, I think people always one side always wants to be higher. I don't really think that there's like any true equality. You know, I think one side always wants to be higher. You know, no matter what. They may let you get close, you know, let you dabble, you know, at their feet, but they don't really want like equality. You know what I'm saying? Not really. You know? What do you think?
I don't know.
Like, fried? What?
I got a headache.
You got a headache?
I got a damn headache.
How you got a headache?
Because this went to a whole nother rabbit hole.
How'd it go to a whole nother rabbit hole?
This went like far to the left.
Said, nah, with me, just put value of the goods, not the chick. That's why we wind up back at the club a few years later. Damn. Colin said, Gundam has gone by the wayside. Yo, we off that right now. There's no Gundam right now. Except for my Titus. I did pop together my Titus here. While we've been doing this. Huh?
Is it done?
It's been done. He's been done for months. I just now getting around to popping them together.
You ain't put no decals?
We always trying. I know he got decals on him. You can't see the decals?
I can't see it.
Yeah, he got decals. He said, we always trying to play Captain Save-A-Ho. Yes, men, Breaker. I'm gonna go back to Breaker. I gotta point out Breaker. I can't help but point out Breaker to you because you wasn't hearing me. You wasn't hearing me. And Breaker, who, you know, was on your side for this, a lot of this, he's still hitting on some of these facts here. Says, yes, men will pick lower. Women will get a dog and die alone. Facts. Big facts. We will pick something, you know, to not be alone. Something. That's why you have like all these old dudes that'll marry like 24-year-olds. You know what I'm saying?
They're gold diggers.
But we don't care. That's the point. We don't care if she a gold digger.
You should care though.
Why? Why should we care?
Because
why?
she only there for your money. She don't really love you.
We don't. But why should we care?
So
We're
so
gonna
you don't
die.
so you don't care. So they don't care about the fact that
Nope.
they don't really love them.
Nope. We're gonna die.
That's so sad.
Why is it sad?
Because like as like
Girls didn't mind getting ran a train on. You know what I'm saying? By 30 dudes in high school. Why is that not sad? Because it's 60, 70 years earlier.
As a person, when you get old and you're about to die, wouldn't you want to be around people that you know that really love you?
But what if there ain't? What if there ain't
waiting
no people?
for you to die?
What if there ain't no people there though?
What do you mean if there ain't no people?
I don't know. What if there are no people there? Like, that's the whole reason why they get married
why you
at
have
old
kids.
age. What if they ain't got no kids?
Brothers, sisters?
What if they? You know how many
Cousins?
single childs there are? I'm a single child.
But you got brothers and sisters?
They're half brothers and sisters.
Well, you got aunts and uncles?
And my aunts and uncles are older than me, so by the time I get old, I'm gonna be solo dolo.
You got me?
Not if you already go before me. That's what I'm saying. So they get.
You have gut?
Now I love my cat. Don't get me wrong, but cats don't live that long.
I thought cats live a long time.
Man, cats. I've seen the
cats
longest
live
I've
3
seen
years?
some cats live is like 2 decades, and that's a long
time.
fucking time. That's a long time. You know what I'm saying? 20 years is a long. That's probably outliving most cats at that point. You know what I'm saying? I love my cat. You know, cats, but you know, but again, like he said, you know, y'all get a dog. For you, that sounds like a good idea.
What?
Because you're a woman. Like Breaker said, women will get a dog and die alone. For women, it's acceptable to have a pet companion and die. You know, spend the rest of their days with their pet companion. Men, nah, we need something. We would much rather have something than nothing. You know what I'm saying? We ain't gonna sit around with no dog or cat. You know what I'm saying? But you got plenty of women that will do that. And there's nothing wrong with that, mind you. There's nothing wrong with that. It's just, again, men and women, we different. You know what I'm saying? We think different. You know what I mean? Some things that are acceptable for y'all are not acceptable for us. You know what I'm saying? He said, let me see here. Well, that was weird. Don't know why YouTube switched it. Breaker said, would you still talk with the guy at McDonald's in his 30s or 40s with the same goals as her?
How old am I?
Crazy question right there.
How old am
Breaker,
I,
that's an
though?
awesome question. Same age.
Right now?
Yeah, same age you are right now. Let's say that.
No, I would not.
You would not. Why not? Thank you, Breaker, for the amazing question right there.
Well,
So Breaker said.
Hold on now.
Okay. Oh, now look here come the lies, guys.
I take that back.
No, hang on. Oh, you take that back?
At my current age, would I?
Yeah.
Like right now?
Yeah, 30s and 40s. He works at McDonald's. Same age as you right now. And he.
How much do they make? I don't know.
Why does that matter?
I'm just wondering.
And no, it's over. That's it. It's over. She said, well, how much do they make?
I'm just
See, what you don't understand. See, look. But you can't, it's okay though. You can't help it. It's wired into your DNA. This is wired into it is this is why it's the animal kingdom. Okay? Because it's wired into you to search out these things in a partner. You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna be honest.
Because we wouldn't even ask that question. First thing we would say is like, what does she look like?
I'm gonna be honest. I would probably have to say no, because
see, look, she's trying to clean it up. She's trying to clean it up in her head. She don't want it to sound crazy.
I'm just gonna repeat what I said before.
She's trying to clean it up.
I feel like for me,
Yeah, we're watching this.
Like to meet somebody that is somewhat equivalent to me. They don't have to be like, they don't have to make more money than me or like a whole bunch, as long as they are somewhat equivalent to me.
And that's exactly why you'd be fucked.
But I don't think I'm asking for too
Because-
much when I say equivalent. I'm not asking them to make $100,000.
That's fine.
Or like way more than me.
That's
I'm just
fine,
saying
but
equivalent.
what you have to understand is that men don't have that same requirement
What?
for equivalency. We don't care about there's no equivalency. And because you want that equivalency, your dating pool is going to be smaller.
But I feel like I'm not asking for a lot if the man is supposed
You
to
can
be
feel
the
however
provider.
you want to feel. I'm just
But the
telling you.
man's supposed to be the provider now.
Hey,
Do you think the man's supposed to be the
I
provider?
think so because I think that more often than not, when the man isn't providing for his family, it creates kind of instability in the relationship. You know? So I think, that they should be. It don't matter what he's making as long as he's the rock in the relationship. You know what I mean? So yeah,
Well,
I
what do you
think
mean
so.
by like the rock? Like
The Rock, he's the backbone. He provides, he provides the provisioning and the safety and the stability that the whole family rides on.
But what is considered a stability to you?
The stability can be lots of different things. It can, usually though, for women, that big part of that is going to be money. It doesn't have to be a massive amount of money, but it's almost always going to be more money than what they bring in.
But I think you also have to keep in mind that I also have culture behind my background.
No, I don't care. Everybody has culture. Everybody has culture.
But
You can throw that out the window. It don't matter.
It does matter because
It doesn't matter.
a lot of different cultures like have different expectations.
No.
Like you don't understand. I'm not.
There's
There's no fault in you, but you're not gonna understand because you are not like of like a different culture. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. The reason why I say that it doesn't matter is because name a culture where the woman is the head of the household.
That is the head of the household.
Yeah.
I'm sure there's some. I mean, I can't.
Name one.
I don't know.
None. You can't think of one. Black people, white people, Spanish people. Where? None.
That's the head of the household.
That's the head.
I'm sure someone can probably
No.
list some here.
Go ahead.
I don't know.
But you can't. If you don't know, then you can't claim that.
I know.
It's based off of. It doesn't. Culture doesn't matter. That's another. That one's coming from Breaker again.
What?
Culture. He said culture doesn't matter. In the animal kingdom, including humans are part of the animal kingdom. Fact, right? In the animal kingdom, single moms. That's it.
What?
No fuck said. Single moms. They're the only ones
Only ones what?
that are the head of the household. That culture breeds head of the household are only single moms. In the animal kingdom, that male is always the backbone. Always. It never works. Or I don't want to say it never works.
But
because people are
okay.
different.
But what's your
It
definition?
very rarely works.
What's your definition of like head of the household?
Like I said, that is the rock, that is the backbone. They provide the provisioning, the safety, the security.
But they're probably getting child support as well.
What do you mean again? What are you talking about? Child support? How the
If
fuck
single mom, if you're a single mom, right? You're
Child
potentially
support.
getting.
Child support does not equate to provisioning. Child support is a check.
But
That
that's
single
helping,
mom.
But that's helping the single mom to.
It's
do those
helping,
things.
but that's not the same thing. That is not the same thing as provisioning and safety and stability. She doesn't gain any stability. She still she still has to work those things by herself.
But not all single moms are like that. They do. Don't they do like
The whole point
1
of
week with the dad, 1 week with the mom?
that
Or we
depends
just
on the
talking-
relationship. That depends on the relationship.
So
Not,
are we just
it don't
talking
always
about
go back and forth. It
just
don't
the
always go
mom?
back and forth.
No, the
It
dad's
could be
not
straight
affected.
mom all the time. Even me, when I was growing up, my parents were divorced, right? I saw my dad like I probably spent like 4 or 5 summers with my dad in total, from 0 to 18. You see what I'm saying? That does not equate to stability and provisioning and safety and all those things. That is not the same thing.
there's nowhere, like Breaker said, culture does not matter. Every culture you go to, they want the man to take care of the family. Every single one. Some of them are more ham about it than others. Some of them have some extra things thrown in there, right? I'll give you a perfect example, okay? Every culture wants the man to take care of the family. Every single one, right? But a couple of them expect that you take care of the expanded family, right? So like, for example, for most African American families, there's no expectation like ingrained into the culture that when we get married that we like have to take on the responsibility of our spouse's parents. That's not ingrained in the culture. However, you look at a lot of Asian cultures, that is ingrained. When you get married, especially in Korean, you're Korean, you can attest to this. In Korean culture, right? When you get married as the wife, you're expected to take care of the groom's mother and father as well. That's false. That's false.
That's false.
That's false, and not American. In Korea.
That's false. My
That's false?
sister-in-law would never take care of my mom.
What?
That's false.
Yo, that shit is
that
built.
was probably back in the day, but now presently that's not. Korea has changed a lot. They don't do that anymore.
Okay, let's say that changed in the past 10 years. Either way, assuming that just changed or whenever it changed, there's a difference, right, between the two of those. He said shields up. No fuck said. Right now, she's one woman versus 20 men talking. Shields up. But that's an example of a difference,
Okay.
right? Because there's a lot of cultures that are like that. When they get married, they're expected not only to take care of their immediate family, but they're also expected to take care of some part of the extended part of the family, whether that's in mother-in-law, father-in-law, yada yada yada, whatever it is. Just like, you know, how some cultures, you know, say not only, you know, you're expected to take care of the family, but you have to like pay a dowry to even have this, you know what I'm saying? Or you got to pay like something else I was thinking of. Not a dowry, but like shit. I can't think of the other thing right now. But yeah, that's what I'm talking about though. Does that make sense though?
No, yeah. I mean, I'm just trying to understand like the mindset of like I feel like this conversation kind of just went like to
it's a rabbit hole. It's a big
it
rabbit
just went
hole.
to a whole another like because the main part was the whole married thing, and you know then we started talking about like
Yeah, we just went down the rabbit hole.
relationship, but
And all
that's fine. I mean, it's just I think I just want to understand from a guy's perspective, like the thought process behind like marriage and like them like having side pieces and stuff. That's what I didn't understand.
So, I think you're simplifying it a lot now. I think that's something that is more individual to every person. The original topic didn't encompass how everybody like feels individually about side pieces or whatever. You know what I mean? The original topic was just more so acknowledging the reality. You know, that's it. Is, you know, this was the reality in your 20s. This is the reality in your 30s. You know what I'm saying? That's it. Whether you like choose to partake or not partake, you know, that's on the individual relationships to figure out, you know, what they deem as, you know, okay, not okay, whatever, you know. But, you know, again, I'll say, you know, I don't personally think it's wrong if they decide to partake in that and that's what they decide in their relationship. I can't say, you know, I wouldn't say that that it's right for anybody to be able to sit there, have had their cake, right? To have had their cake, and then look at somebody else eating cake and say, that's not right that you get to eat cake. You know what I'm saying? You got to eat your cake. Yeah, you got to be, even if you didn't want to eat the cake. You know what I'm saying? You got the opportunity to eat the cake. You talking to people on the flip side that didn't even get a seat at the table. You know what I'm saying? While all the girls are sitting there going ham on this cake. You know what I'm saying? Just devouring this thing. You know what I'm saying? You got all the dudes who can't even sit at the table. So now when they get an opportunity to sit at the table, not that they take the opportunity, but now that they're in, let's say they're invited to the table, you shouldn't look at them and be mad that they are now invited to the table. Because you've got to remember, in order for them to get invited to the table, they had to do X, Y, and Z things to get invited to the table. You know, whereas you just had to wake up. That's it. You didn't have to do anything else. You just had to wake up, and they said, "Hell, come sit at the table." You see what I'm saying? So you see how, like, you shouldn't be mad. Shouldn't be mad.
I shouldn't be mad?
I just mean in general, not you necessarily, but I mean even you too. You know.
I wasn't mad about it. I was just trying to understand like how that would be okay.
Well, again, okay,
Yeah.
okay, depends on the relation, you know, the spouses. But can you understand like how, you know, that might be, how that's not equitable for y'all to have had your cake and be mad that the men now get to have the opportunity to have their cake?
While they're married? That part, no, I will not
Okay.
concur with being married and
I didn't say
partaking in
eating the
it.
cake. I said invited. They're invited though. Y'all had the cake, but now are you cool? Are you cool with them being invited to the table? Are you okay with them being invited?
Invited, like what do you mean invited?
Like having the options.
While they're married?
Yeah, they have the options. They have the option.
The option to what? The option to have a side piece?
They have
While
the
they're married?
option. Yeah, like are you cool with the acceptance of like, okay, they're at a place now where they get invited to the table.
Okay.
Is the fact that the male is now at a place where he can be invited to the table, does that invoke any type of feeling, or are you good with that? Like you don't care about that part?
I feel like you're using like context. like just say it. Like what?
No, I'm not using any context. Okay.
Invited to the table using context. That's
All right. So look, there
straight
was a
up.
cake. There was a cake, right? You had a cake at a table.
You're still using context.
I'm not using context. What are you talking about?
Just what is it? What options does the male have?
He has women.
saying-
He has option. He has the
Okay.
option of being with women.
Okay. While he's married.
Yes.
Okay.
That's it.
So
He has the option.
essentially cheating.
No, listen. He has the option.
Okay.
He has the option.
Okay. To have side pieces while he's
He has the
Okay.
option. Does knowing that he has the option invoke any type of feeling?
I mean, everybody has options.
Okay. You think that? That's not the point of this whole thing is to illustrate that no, they don't. Not everybody does not have options. That's how I know you're not catching what I'm putting
No,
down.
you are. You're saying if the man is married, am I okay with the fact that he's married and still has options to have side pieces? That's what you're asking me,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
That's what you're
Does
asking.
that invoke any type of feeling?
And I'm saying everybody has options. So
Alright.
what I mean by that is, okay, yeah, I do acknowledge the fact that yes, the man does have he does have the potential option of that.
But does that invoke any type of feeling? Does it make you mad, sad, angry?
No,
It doesn't. No feelings.
The only part where I do have a feeling is
If they actually exercise.
if
that
he
option.
one exercises it while he's married, or two, he doesn't see anything wrong with that.
So both of those.
Like if a guy is married, okay, I understand the guy has options. Everybody has fucking options. Okay?
No, they don't. You gotta stop saying that.
All right. The guy has options. Okay, I get that.
So you about to step on a landmine. Ha!
Okay, the guy. I understand the guy. I acknowledge the guy has options.
Nah, but everybody don't have options.
I just said the guy. I
Okay.
acknowledge that the guy has options.
Okay.
The part I have a problem with, right, is the fact that if a guy is married, right, and he doesn't see anything wrong with having side pieces, or he exercises those, is what I have a problem with. Not the fact that it's like a potential option, but the whole not saying that that's wrong in having side pieces while you're married, that's where I have a problem with.
Okay.
You don't think so?
You said I don't think so?
Well, why I know you don't think so, because you don't see anything wrong with that.
No.
See?
I mean, I don't.
You don't see anything wrong with it.
I don't see anything wrong with it. If it's something that, you know, they're accepting within their relationship.
No, that wasn't. If the woman was not okay with it,
then if the woman's not okay with it in that relationship, then that gentleman then has a decision to make. But that's why you have free will, and that's why I was simply pointing out the nature of things. You know what I'm saying? This can be the nature of how things are, and yet you can then still say, this is what I want to do with my own free will. You know what I'm saying? But there's nothing wrong. I can sit here all day long and say the sky is green, while still unbeknownst to my, or not unbeknownst to me, I can say the sky is green while still all the while admitting to myself that I acknowledge that the sky is blue. You know, there's nothing wrong with like seeing that, this is the way that it works, but this is the way that I choose to operate. That's just free will. That's all that is.
yeah.
That's why you have free will. You know what I mean? So you can exercise or not exercise your even the option to exercise or not exercise your options is, that's an option. You know what I'm saying? But that's not an option everybody has.
Because you're saying females don't have that option at that age.
They start to lose that option. The older you get, females lose that option. Those options disappear. That's why I said it goes the opposite direction the older you get. Because when you're in your 20s, girls have all the options, dudes have like no options. But as they get older, it kind of flips. Kind of it's like a polar shift. Especially if that dude has been, on his, he's been doing what he's supposed to be doing. He's been working out, he's been making some money. You know what I'm saying? He's been doing all these things. You see what I'm saying? Let me see. I got to back up now. No Fuck says single moms, that's it. And a culture says, Breaker says, in all cultures, except for the Amazons, men are head of the household. Single moms too. Pizza got me hungry. Thank you. What do you? It's like the giving the minimum. She isn't guaranteed a child support check. That's true too. Earlier you were saying where women get a child support check. That's true too. A lot of single moms don't even get a child support check. A lot of them don't, because you realize that it's dependent. So the way our justice system kind of works is, it's dependent upon those moms to go to court and find those men. And then think of it this way too. How many dudes don't work? How do you get child support out of a dude that don't work?
You can't.
Exactly. So now, how many moms are stuck with kids for 18 years that they can't even get child support for? You know what I'm saying? So that's true too. Breaker said his dad wasn't around at all. Says, I don't think Mina will even start to understand this unless she got a married female who has a healthy marriage to confirm or explain this. Right now, she's one woman versus 20 men talking. Shields up. I can't go there, but I ain't conforming or denying this in Asian culture. My wife is at the other side. Oh,
he can't confirm or deny because she's sitting right there, right? So he'll probably, exactly like I said though, since he doesn't want to confirm or deny, otherwise he would just straight up deny and be like, no. Just give her a win and get onto Gumpla Bill Party. every expansion of a point she trying to defend. Some things you just need to listen, accept what we are telling you. Most men are straight up. We only mansplaining when you try to add exceptions or extra factors to what we said. Actually, not some things, most things. G Keto said, do you want to check out y'all? All right, guys, I got the message. We're going to go check out GU Bill Party. Joey said, I've missed these deep dives. He said, nigga, fall back, you about to step on a landmine. It's just like the McDonald's job situation. If he has the choice between two of the exact same women, but one is younger and prettier, has less miles on her, you know what that means, right? Dragon?
Yeah. But that's we're talking about married men. We're not, I mean, that's irrelevant.
No, it's not. How's that irrelevant?
He's saying if he has the choice between two of the exact woman, but one is young and pretty and has less miles, who should he choose? But he's married. That's the point. If he's single, it don't fucking matter. Of course he's gonna choose young. But the problem is you're married. Did people forget about what marriage is?
No, we're not forgetting about that part.
That's what I'm saying.
We're just talking in general. He's just bringing up that analogy from earlier.
I understand.
Where you were having problems, answering that same question to the McDonald's dude.
The main question I had, that was just a different rabbit hole. But the main question was the married part.
Let's see here. Yes, it's wrong to exercise it, but that's Breaker's opinion. And that's fine. So one of the example of women having options. Nina Purpleton. Still hate that person. I have no idea who that is. I think I've heard that name, but I'm not sure who that is. Do you know who that is? No. It's wrong in society, at least in the USA, because that guy just lost half of his stuff. They both made a commitment to only be together by getting married. Not sure how that works. Why would it flip? All right, G-Son, you have to go back through the video. I think we kind of explained why it flips. Kind of. Oh, Nina Purpleton from 0083. That's right. My bad. Okay. And that makes sense why Psycho Serious said Co. Okay. He said he hates Co more. Okay. Yeah, I knew that sounded familiar. Let's see. Story of my youth. Let's see, bro. Yeah, I totally forgot. It's the chick from 0083. These options show up when men gets older, where most men are married. Right. So GKO is just saying the same thing I've been saying. They end up getting their options. Their options don't start showing up until they get married. Why? Because once they get married, they start having all these things that most women are looking for. That's pretty much the whole gist of it. Okay. Why you look like that?
No, I'm reading the comments.
Yeah, you looking kind of young over there. All right, let me see here. What time is it? Damn, it's 12:43. I mean, it has been a while since we got into one of these deep conversations. That's good though. I think people like seeing us bounce off each other.
I guess.
Johnny right here. I just put up Instagram. I see this old ass picture of Johnny. I don't know what happened to Johnny. I got lost in the conversation. I don't even know if Johnny chimed in at all. I don't know. There's so much in here that I missed. I'm gonna have to go back and read some of this stuff later, cause we was in it. Man. It's gonna be. You like to rewatch all these episodes? It's gonna be a good. Are you gonna rewatch this episode? I just barely heard it.
Yeah, I always rewatch them on Sundays.
Yeah, I know you. I know you
Why
like.
would this one be any different?
I don't know. I was just asking.
I was just asking if you was gonna go back and rewatch this one.
Yeah, well, why wouldn't I?
Hang on, I'm trying to see. And we're gonna get into GU Build Party, see what everybody's been working on this week. This thing won't let me go back. Oh, I didn't even realize this thing was on top chat the whole time. Damn, so I probably missed a whole bunch of stuff. What the hell? By the way, what's that you're working on? I came in late to the stream. DT Warrior. Oh yeah, so this was my oh yeah, I was just about to pull out his other shoulder. This was my high grade. There we go. Boom. My high grade Titus that I actually built like a while ago now. Long while ago. I just been so busy, man. He's been sitting up on the shelf all this time. You know. I just say you wish he was high after that conversation. You know what y'all should do? You know what would be really fun? I feel like these conversations, like these deep conversations, are always kind of fun to do. It'd be cool if you guys would suggest conversations for us to get into. You know, because sometimes these are kind of sporadic. Sometimes we could talk Gunpla and sometimes we could talk other shit. Like, you know. Good to be diverse, I guess. Oh no, don't you? Oh, I thought you was getting ready to. I know how you like to do. You like to sneak off right when the GU Build Party start. She's getting ready to slide up out of here. Did you work on your kid at all? You didn't work on yours at all?
What did I work on it?
I at least snapped my kid.
Yeah, but all you have to do is snap yours. I have to still sand mine and stuff.
Oh, I thought you might have got something done.
No.
Dang. Hang on, I'm getting GU Build Party ready. I'm getting it ready. What happened to Crow versus GU? I don't know, man. We both got kind of like just caught up and busy. I don't know. Maybe it'll come up again. I've been quiet for a lot of this because I was working on my current Gunpla. Just add it to the party. These conversations are healthy though. It's better to talk it up than not. I agree. But you know, like again, like guys and girls, we're different. You know, like you know, a lot of guys would prefer to just be straight up about it. You know, especially when we're talking to each other. You know what I'm saying? We prefer to just be like fully transparent and just say, hey, this is what it is. That way there's no misunderstanding. There's no like having to go and figure it out or guess what this person is thinking, what that person is thinking, you know, all this other craziness. You know what I mean? We much rather do it that way than beat around the bush. Man, he said, man, you're bugging to have people pick topics. I personally want you both to stay together. Not all discussions are worth it. And you think something gonna happen? You going somewhere? You said you going somewhere? Chef says he says you're bugging to have people. He said I'm bugging to have people pick topics. So I was saying it would be cool if other people, if they pick topics.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Sometimes he said no, I'm tripping. Essentially, he said I'm tripping because.
I mean, it doesn't have to be about relationship.
Well, he said he personally wants you and I to stay together. So, not all discussions are worth it, is what he said.
Oh, like in a relationship?
Yeah.
I mean, I would prefer honesty. You know, overall. Yeah. You know what I mean?
But he's saying he don't want other people to pick the conversations because it might go to the left. It might go sideways.
I mean, sometimes it needs to go sideways.
Yeah, I mean,
you know,
I agree with that.
Better
I mean,
to be, you know, I feel like it's better to be honest and transparent because if you lie about stuff, you're not giving the opportunity for the other person. You know, it just your relationship will be based on lies. You know, that's how I feel.
Yeah, I think kind of. I agree, but it's a catch-22.
What do you mean it's a catch-22?
You know, huh?
Catch-22. Why is that a catch-22?
I agree, but it's a catch-22 in the instance where like
like earlier you were saying like, well, if you know that, right, then you're gonna feel like, you know, bad about it, or you don't want to be there, right? You're gonna try to jump out of it. And I was saying, well, if you jump out of it, you're just gonna jump into something else, and if they don't tell you, it's still a coin flip, right?
What do you mean?
It's 50-50 either way. Whether you know or you don't know, it's 50-50.
Yeah, so really it would be up to that person to decide if they want to stay or if they don't want to stay.
Right, but
That's pretty much what it
the
is.
difference is that you're using the honesty that up front. You say, I like the honesty, I like the upfrontness.
The transparency, yeah.
Right. You
Right.
like the transparency, you like the being upfront. However, that same honesty and being upfront, you're also saying is what then triggers you to decide whether or not you want to leave, which is that's contrary to what you're saying when you say I prefer to be honest. If you prefer to be honest and upfront, then having that conversation wouldn't trigger that, like, oh, maybe I should go.
I mean, everybody's different. You know what I'm saying? Some people would rather not know and just
Yeah, but that
sugarcoat it
doesn't
or just
explain
not
what I
know
just
it.
said, though.
Yeah. But for me, I like me as an individual, like I like appreciate the honesty and the transparency, so that, you know, if not me per se, but anyone that wants transparency and honesty, you're giving that person an opportunity to know like your thoughts and what type of person you are and what you believe in. I mean, I think that's important. Because for me, you know, I've told you this before, I feel like marriage is very important to me. You know what I mean? As it should be to everybody. Marriage is
Yeah, I
a
mean,
big
if you
deal.
get married, it should be.
You know what I'm saying? Nowadays, people get divorced. It's like getting
Divorce
your
is
teeth
easy
cleaned.
nowadays.
It's like getting your teeth cleaned. Everybody's getting divorced.
Mm-hmm. They hand that joint out like Oprah.
Yeah, but you know, if you really think back in the day, you know, like back in the day, divorce was like a terrible thing if it did happen.
Nowadays, marriage
Now it
is
don't
about
matter
money.
if you got divorced. 4 or 5 divorces later.
No fucks. What the hell? What the hell? I was just looking. I went away like Age fan base. It went away like Age's fan base. So what's Mina's opinion on her new master grade Sandrock? What do you think? Hey Andy, what's going on, man? Blackbeard, what's up, man? How you get here at the end? You and Andy both showed up at the end. Well, not the end. We're getting ready to do GU build party though. That's what we're getting ready to get into. This is why I like watching Kevin Samuels, because he's having that conversation and that's interesting. No, I agree. I don't really watch him. I've seen him before, but I don't really watch him. Kevin Samuels. He's like, I don't even know what you guys would call him. I guess he's like what would you call him? Like a life coach or something? Andy said he has a question. Yes, sir. I'm all ears, man. Yeah, I don't know. We can watch some of his videos together if you want, but I don't.
Is it like that guy that you watch that?
It's kind of like the Fresh
Like
and
the
Fit
radio show?
podcast. Yeah, it's kind of like they talk about similar topics. I think his is more like, I think Kevin Samuels is more like like a life coach. Like I think he specializes in talking to women and trying to explain to him, I guess kind of like what I was trying to explain to you. I guess kind of like that. Image consultant. Okay. Yeah, I guess it's kind of like that. Like I think he in his shows he has like all women on there. He's like talking to them, and then like I think he gets like their opinion on things.
Oh, so it's kind of like that other show that you watch.
Kinda. But then oh, y'all getting echo. My bad. I like water in my ear. But then like he goes through and like, explains to them like, I don't know. He said that's what he calls himself. Like, he deals with both men and women. Oh, okay, I didn't even know that. Breaker's telling me something I didn't know. Let's see. Andy said, oh wait, let me do Chef real quick first. He said, you could be divorced 2 times and become president. True. Andy said, what are your thoughts on the Full Mechanics 1100 Barbados Lupus Rex? I think we both built that kit. We've both built it. I felt my honest thing, the first thing that comes to mind when I think about that kit is kind of like low quality. No, it was a nice kit, but I felt like some of the I remember being very like flimsy. It doesn't stand well. The joints are kind of.
I felt like mine was pretty good. I actually enjoyed it because I think that for me the frame was already made.
I mean, the build. I think the build was good. I'm just saying, like, I felt like it was kind of flimsy, personally. And I mean, it's a good looking kit. You know, still, I don't know where mine is. I think I took mine to work or something. I think so.
I was supposed to repaint it. That was the one I gave you.
No, I built one too.
Did you?
Yeah, you built the green one, right, with the green on it.
Oh no, yeah, you gave that a Radar.
That's right.
That was the
I built
Patreon
that
giveaway.
and gave it to Radar. I forgot about that. That was the first giveaway. I built that and gave it away to Radar. That's right. Blackbeard said KS caters more to women. Fresh and Fit talks to men, especially younger guys. Okay, yeah. But for his channel is for men about women. Kevin Samuel started as a coach for men to become better to get women. But you know, some women feel some type of way when he derailing how women think men should act. Yeah, okay. Isn't the kid you sent? Yeah. G Keto just mentioned it. Yeah, that is the kid I sent to Radar. I totally forgot about that. Kevin has gone in harder on men than any women I've ever seen. Okay, would a Bandai Master Grade be better? I would probably go with the Master Grade, especially for that particular kit. I know the Master Grade Barbie is like very, very beloved by this point. Like, people that have built it absolutely swear by it and love that kit. So I think you would probably definitely have a better experience with that kit than you would with the full mechanics kit. Have we tried the new high grade XE? I know what you're talking about, the 105. Nope, we haven't bought any new kits in a while. It's been like a while. What Master Grade Astray would be the best to turn into the green Astray? I have no idea, honestly. I think the only one that you're the only one that's built one. You built the red Astray. Oh yeah, and the Noir. See, I haven't built any Astrays myself. There's no Master Grade Lupus Rex. No, it's just a regular Barbie, I think. Do I have one too? Yeah, it's just a regular Barbados down there, the Master Grade Barbados at the very bottom. It's not Lupus Rex though. Looks awesome. The Hathaway movie was fire. Yeah, we still need to watch it. Was looking at the full mechanics kits as they're the only line I found. The Grays, Goujon, Grays, McGillis kits. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, those are the only ones. And P Bandai for Lupus Rex conversion. Did they come out with a P Bandai conversion? I guess they did for the Master Grade. Yeah. So. Alright. Yeah, Andy, no problem, man. Yeah, I would go with the Master Grade. Expansion set for the Master Grade Barbie for other forms. DT Warrior said, I use Tamiya putty. Question. What other instant or liquid putty, if any, do you use? So, the one that I use, I think is also Tamiya. Hang on. Yep. The one that I use is also Tamiya. Right there. I think this comes in a couple of different colors, though. P-Bandai stick gives you parts for all Barbie versions. Andy, you lucky if you find those full metal or full mechanics. I said full metal. Full mechanics, Grays, and Gouchons, to be honest. Yeah, you might have to kind of look around. Maybe find it like a mom and pop shop or something like that. Alright, let's see. Come on, it's 1 o'clock. Damn, we gotta do Geo Build Party. Let me see here. Y'all ready? Y'all ready to knock this out? See what's been going on this past week. See what's been happening in here. So let me see. I got the first one pulled up already, and it starts off with
Magnus builds. So it looks like we've got the, what is it? This is a Pokeball, right? I think is what it is. It's a Mewtwo, obviously. So it's finally pulling this one off the shelf of death and hand painting, slow but worth it. I think we saw this last week as well, but I think it wasn't done yet. So very nice. I actually built one of these myself, and I tried to paint it like regular Mewtwo colors, but I totally jacked the colors up. So I ended up having to paint mine like I think this is like dark Mewtwo colors, I think is what they call it. Let me see here. I got it on the wall here. Here it is. I ended up having to paint mine like the dark Mewtwo colors, or you know, whatever these new versions. You know, they got so many new versions of Pokemon now that they didn't have when I was growing up. But there's my version of it. It was originally purple, but the purple was wrong, so I ended up repainting them into this color. So let's see, the next one is from X, and it is, let's see, a Master Grade Mark II. Okay, looks like he actually went ahead and did all of the these actually look like water slides on here, because these look really flat. Either water slides, or maybe they're maybe the dry rubs potentially that he's got on here. Very nice. Next one is from Zaku Zero with the I think this was the Perfect Gundam. I believe that's what this is the Perfect Gundam, and he just did it in G3 colors with the Gundam base on here. Looking super nice. Look how clean that thing looks. Did an awesome job on this. Yeah, this is one of those ones you could literally sit and look at for a good little bit. He's got Gundam base here, got the logo here. Looks like he's got Amuro symbol here on top of the shoulder. Lots of nice decals all over. Fantastic. Let's see, this one is from True Brit. This is the, we'll see, Mobile Gin here, decals and top coat. And it looks like we went with the matte finish on this, which, you know, that's my favorite, of course. And we've got some really nice decals on here. Let me see here. Looks really slick. He actually went through the trouble of doing all the paneling in there. I don't think this kit is painted though. Yeah, I don't think the kit is painted, but that's what just like, that just goes to show you like maybe it is painted. I'm not really sure. I don't know if it's painted or not, to be honest. But I was getting ready to say, it doesn't really look painted, but that goes to show like how much the matte finish can like really improve the kit if it's not painted, because it just really gets rid of that plasticky sheen. You said it's unpainted? Yeah, I guess here it looks a little bit more prevalent here that it's unpainted. I'm looking on this little screen here. Yeah, it's a really nice gin. Did a good job with it. Got all his decals on there. I'm a big fan of kits having decals on them. It's just another way to break things up so they don't look all flat. Next one's from Gam with the high grade Psycho Gundam. We saw this one last week as well. I think we might have actually seen this one the past couple weeks when he was working on this, because I remember, I think it was last week, and we were talking about the scale size for this guy. But yeah, that thing's nice. Look how big he is on this mat. I wish he had something next to it so we could kind of see, like a size comparison, or maybe something next to the shield. This one's from VF Mobile Suit. It says Unicorn Master Grade EX Vercod Progress. Man, I haven't actually seen anybody build one of these in a while. This is one of those kits that people went absolutely nuts over when it came out, and then haven't really seen any more recently. So we got the chest piece done.
which looks pretty nice. This is the one I think also has what, like RGB lights in it too, I believe, right? Yeah, it looks good. Even though it's a unicorn. See, hazardous cookie says snap build complete. Going to dismantle, wash up, and prep for paint tomorrow. All right, very, very nice. This is the master grade, I want to say, right? Because this is the Ally Strike Otori, I think. I believe I'm saying that right. I think I have one of these. Don't I have one over there somewhere? Of this kit? I thought I did. Maybe not. I thought I had one of these. Look up it. Yeah, I think that is it. Yep. Let's see. Zaku Zir says thicker than a Snicker Master Grade. The O. Damn, she thick. And look at this next to the absolutely gorgeous. Gorgeous. You see that right there? It's your favorite kit. Oh, what was that? Could you speak into the mic? Could you say that into the mic? You had something to say? The yellow piece. Oh, so this is the bust of the O right here. Yeah, it's the start of the kit that he's working on now, the O. This doesn't look painted right now. It might be, because this kind of looks like this might be painted. Oh yeah. Sandrock is painted. Yeah, he's painted. Say he looks good, right? Is your mic on? I can't hear you. Is your mic on? They can't hear you. You gotta turn your mic on. They are supposed to hear you. They want to hear your voice. They said don't be shy. Go ahead, turn your mic on. Tell us what you think about this kit. We're waiting.
I said the paint job is really good.
You said something else about it too. Don't be shy. See, she don't want to give Sandrock no props. No props. I think it looks awesome though. Let's see. Monterey Gunpla sneak peek at the Wing Zero EW Verka. Let's see. After the Mont G Cassatrio was banned from the ABRA Association. I think this is a competition that he was doing, I think. Or something like that. Maybe. Or maybe not. I don't know. I have no idea. Maybe not. Corporation has some of the Wing Zero replica using years of data from the Cassatria's quad wing binders. But racers stay tuned to see the other ABA racing teams are working on to keep. Okay. So no, I could be wrong. But let's check it out. So, okay. Got a different color scheme going on here. Like way different. I don't think I've ever seen Wing Zero with pink on them. But we've got some pink going on here. Missing wings. Let's see. Maybe they're gonna show up here in a minute. Look, now she's back to her old self on you over there laughing. Huh. That wasn't funny. You think you and Breaker cute? Y'all not funny. It was a great kit. Sandrock a great kit. She was just saying how great Sandrock is. Yeah, that's the one. Zero sent me one of those. Huh?
Oh, that's one that Zero sent.
He sent me one. Yeah, he sent you this Supernova version of Heavy Arms, and he sent me that kit. Yep, that one's gonna have a nice spot at the new house. Let's see, my man Gunpla Stop says little compiled haul. Real grade Wing Gundam from Anime Egg Roll. So there's the new Wing Gundam right there. Thanks for holding it aside. And the Master Grade Strike Rouge Toro from Barnes & Noble, which we actually just saw this. So very, very nice. And it looks like you also got some detail parts from Zaku Zero, aka the plastic pusher as well. Dope. Ooh, yo, that's crazy. So we saw this at the very beginning, but it looks way different now from when we saw it up there at the front. That's crazy. Looks like we definitely added some more detail. I love the eyes. He killed those eyes. Look at that. That looks awesome. Very, very nice. I guess he's gonna try to do a gloss on this too. Okay. I think a gloss could look good on here. Yeah, he did a good job on this though. Yeah, I like, you know, it's got some cool features, you know. Got some cool features, my man, you know. I ain't gonna say I liked it, but you know, it was okay, I guess. Let's see, True Brit. Let's see. The mobile Jin had to get the obligatory Jin pose in. Very nice. Yeah, I mean, this mat that he used is so flat. Like it does look almost painted on here. It really did a good job of flattening this thing out. So we got a nice little action pose going on. Ooh, G Keto. Let's see. Next project. Does it look familiar? Any guesses on what it is? So this is another one of those from like the last one they made. I thought that last one was awesome. The little jet thing. Didn't you have a name for it?
It was the bullet from Mario. The bullet.
Oh, the bullet. Oh, the bullet from Mario. That's awesome. Yeah, he absolutely killed that last one. So this one will probably be really sweet too. Let's see. Zaku Zero says, hope this pic shows the size difference between the the O and the Gramps. Between the O and Gramps right there. So good little size. And these are both high grades too, by the way. So good little size difference there. Ooh. How to Gunpla says decision time if you have to pick one Gundam timeline to build kits from for the rest of your life, which one would it probably be? And then we've got, what is this? This is one of the Hazels here. Custom paint job on one of the Hazels. Okay. Dang, got some nice bullet holes going on in here. Okay. Interesting. So for me, if I had to pick one from a timeline, or one timeline, it would probably be, oh man, that's hard. If you had asked me this a while ago, I would probably have very easily said Wing. But you know, the longer I've been kind of in Gunpla, the more I've kind of fallen in love with some of the UC stuff. I mean, and there's more options out there, you know. So I think I would have to go UC. You know, especially, I mean, you think of, you know, you got like even some of like this new stuff like from Hathaway's Flash and stuff. That's all UC. There's just so many like good things out there. So I'd have to go UC. Let's see, from Plamo here, says backlog showcase the Axe 1000 Gunbuster today rather than yesterday was Japan's, I have no idea, Tanbata. This day also holds not only in Japan but also to Gunbuster fans, as this marked the day that Noriko and Kasumi presumably returned to Earth after a long battle, waiting to come back home after a very long time has passed on Earth. Because they screw the space-time, you watch the anime, you'll know what I mean. So I have no idea what Gunbuster is. I'm not familiar with it. I will say this dude looks a lot like the dude from the dude from One Punch Man. I think it was from season 1. Like the final dude that he fights. He looks a lot like that. But looks cool though. Looks like it'd be a fun kit to put together. It's like a non-Bandai kit. That thing looks like the Master Gundam kind of. Yeah, it kind of does look like that too. Andy said, "Is it bad I fell in love with the grunts?" No, not at all, man. There's a lot of grunt suits that are definitely really, really cool. I think there's probably more people than you know that are really in love with the grunts. Let's see. True Brit says my first order from Delphi. League doing God's work over in Busan. Master Grade Death Scythe, Quibbly Damned, and a stunning set for the Freedom 2.0. Very nice. You picked up some decals from Delphi. They had nice little new packaging too. I haven't got anything from Delphi in a while, but Delphi makes some like really insane decals. Honestly, some great quality decals. Yeah, that's awesome right there. Those are crazy. Edwin Killer says it finally came in. Looks like we got I want to say this is a Procon boy. I think that's what we're looking at. I think it's yeah. And we got some other like the little Mr. Hobby, like the little paint tray dishes. But I think this is a Procon airbrush here. I can't remember the model. It was like 269 or something like that. Does he say in here somewhere? He doesn't say, but I'm pretty sure that's what we're looking at right here. And I think this is 0.3 millimeter. Hazard said, "Don't look like your Procon board." Which model do you have? I'm almost positive this is a Procon, or maybe it's a Masters. It might be a Masters. It might be a Masters actually. So that almost looks like an Iwata. Nah, I don't think it's an Iwata. I'm gonna say it's a Procon or it's a Master. One of the two. I love building the Zaku 1 and 2 kits. Got all the high grade versions. Now, next need to order a couple of the real grade versions. The real grade Zaku's kind of suck. I'm not gonna lie. Not gonna lie. There's some of the worst kits in the real grade line. Like, bad. PS274 or something. It could be a Master. Yeah, I think it might be a Master. Yeah, G-Keto C thinks it might be a Masters too. Yeah. See, True Brit, this is a fine looking PG Astray arm. That's right, he's been working on that PG Astray for a little bit too. I forgot about that. I forgot he was working on that kit. So now on to the Gunpla stops. Is really digging the way the silver paint comes through with the amber clear parts. I think I saw some pictures of him like in progress with this thing. So he did some of these backing pieces in like a chrome or a silver just to give it that little extra pop, and you can tell it looks really good. So you can see like that chrome silverish behind there here on the head, and then also in here as well. Looks really good. Definitely adds a little detail to it. I actually did something very similar with that high grade Leo. It says I have the same looking airbrush combined with my compressor. Andy said, "Oh, maybe look at Master Grade then." Yeah, you might want to look at the Master Grade. Even the Master Grades are pretty old, but they're still good. They're better. They're probably gonna be better than that the real grade. The real grade Gramps and the real grade Zaku, all of them are, I think, considered some of the worst real grades ever. But that's because they were kind of like the early, you know how Bandai does. Every time they come out with a new line, 9 times out of 10, Gramps is the first kid out. So he's a little rough. That's how it was over there on the real grade line too. So he's a little rough, and he hasn't been replaced yet with the 2.0 for the real grade, and neither have the Zaku's over there. So they're a little rough. Let's see. HC Gunpla just about done detailing the high grade Gramps. So you just need to do decals and top coat. Let's see. First attempt at minor detailing. Okay. So you got some panel line going on. You got some green here and some red on this side. I would have probably did a little bit of both. So like green, red. Or like green, red right there. Green and red. And then, green, red. Or maybe vice versa. Just to kind of mix it up. But you can see he went through and added a little pop of colors. in some spots here. And nice little action pose over here. She just needs some top coat and some decals. I would throw some decals on it, but you know, yeah. Well, he said he's gonna get the decals, so yeah. Once we get the decals on here, he'll be looking pretty good. See, another one from Zaku Zero. So snapped up and done for now until metal parts show up. So I guess we're waiting on some metal parts, some metal replacement parts rather, to show up to probably switch out some thrusters, maybe some of these cables and stuff like that. Those would be cool if those were metal. I think there's one around the waist too that could be cool if it was in metal. So Llama G said, "Oh hey, I saw you liked my post on Instagram and realized you're doing this. The airbrush isn't anything special. It's just a cheap kit I bought on Amazon." Ah, okay. So yeah, if it's from Amazon, it's probably a Masters then. They're kind of the like go-to brand on Amazon. But don't get me wrong, those master brushes are actually really pretty good. They're not bad at all. Let me see here. What did he say? Only the Shards version comes with the lift. Yes, that's correct. I think the master grade Shards Zaku comes with the little lift for Shard to stand in. I think the Shards version a couple dollars more. Yeah, a couple dollars more than the regular one. See, hazardous cookies. What does it say? It says just prime the inner frame. First time really using an airbrush. It was a lot easier than I thought it would be. Gonna paint the frame gunmetal tomorrow morning, most likely, then move on to armor. And this is, let's see, what kit is this we're working on? I'm trying to see. I think it's an Exia, or is it an Exia? What kind of kit is this? I don't know, I can't really tell what this is, what kit this is. I think Hazardous is in here though. Oh yeah, Strike Rouge. Okay, gotcha. That's what it is. Yeah, I was like looking at the parts trying to see if I could figure out what it was. Okay, cool, man. See, one from Johnny. So this is the entry grade Gramps. And what is this? Is this the new Pikachu? What the hell? Oh no, I think this is the old Pikachu. I think they just updated the book. I think I built this one too. The entry grade. Is this an entry grade? I don't know if this has a grade. But I think I did build this Pikachu as well. But the book looks different. I think I kind of noticed that with Bandai and these some of their other properties that they've been printing, like Pokemon and even Dragon Ball. Some of those Dragon Ball Z kits that they had. They did like a couple different covers for some of those kits, even though there's nothing different on the inside as far as I know. Let's see, Zaku D for work in progress. The high grade, the Origin Dom test type. I love that this thing has the LEDs in here. Like, how many LEDs we got? We got one. I don't think this is I don't know. Is this an LED here? Maybe not. I'm not sure. Either it is one or maybe it's just a reflection from the eye. But we definitely have another one here, and it looks like there's one down here inside the barrel of this thing too. So that's pretty dope. That's pretty dope. Yeah, actually, maybe there is one actually in there. Well, actually, you know, it looks like there's one down here in the cockpit too. Crazy. Okay. Oh dang, we got it in the thrusters back here too. Okay. Very nice. I think the only thing is like if we probably need to wrap these cables up a little bit more, or maybe even kind of run them down the center of the kit and have it like come out the middle of his legs or something, just to make it a little bit more discreet. Would probably be cool. But kit looks awesome though. I got both kits for my son. Great kits. So Gramps was killed by my cat, knocked off the shelf, and now missing a lot of parts. Just cut the end a little bit using a hobby knife or old nipper. That's what I did. on my barbecue sticks. One thing I don't like is the wires behind is a mess and could mess up the lights. Yeah. Yeah, I would probably definitely run those wires down through the kit and then kind of like out between the middle of the legs. Definitely make it look cleaner. This one's from True Brits, is finishing up on water slides of the PG Astray. Thinking of a combination of matte and gloss top coats or not. I think you have to be careful with that. I've seen a couple kits do it to have both matte and gloss top coats, but I think it's one of those things where if it's not executed properly, it looks really janky. I mean, I have complete faith in True Brit though. I think if he decides to do it, he'll knock it out. But you know, I do think it kind of looks kind of janky if you're not careful about it. See, Zaku Zero. Dang, this is a goddamn like Digimon we got going on here. It says took a break from building Gundams to snap together this figurized machine Dramon. Going to paint it all metallics with a super soaker high gloss. Yeah, it reminds me of like Digimon or something. I've never seen this before though. I guess it's not an actual Digimon. This looks sweet though. Okay. Yeah, I'd be interested to see what this thing looks like when this is all done up. Where you taking go? To Haro. Wait, are you coming back? Yes, he looks trying to sneak off. Let's see. G Keto with the high grade Gundam 7 sword. Let me know what you guys think. I made a YouTube video of it if you guys are interested. Oh, nice. Make sure you guys go check out G Keto's video here on the 7 sword. And it looks like we went for some custom colors here with the pink and the purples here. Kind of looks like the like some of the colors that we had for the competition with Crow. Kind of looks kind of similar to that, and it's got yellow in it too. Yeah, it actually looks very similar to those colors. But so we got these custom colors here, and GQ, man, you did a good job, man. Kind of knocked this thing out the park, man. Custom colors are like this, like metallic, like it's kind of muted though, but not in a bad way. Actually kind of like how this is. It's kind of like a muted metallic a little bit. Looks kind of slick. Yeah, it looks pretty dope. It's kind of like diffused. I like how the light is kind of diffused across it. Very nice. Yo, there go Crow right there. Oh my God, look, Crow just popped in here. How in the hell? What in the world is going on here? Crow just popped in here. Gumpa Stop must have talked that up. We was just talking about Crow, man. He said, by the way, what was that thing with the Crow at? I heard Crow was scared. Word on the streets. Man, you must have talked him up. What's up, man? We were actually, so Crow, I was telling him, you know, we all just kind of got busy and we kind of just got behind on things. But I actually did finish my kit. Actually, I finished it a long time ago. And hang on, let me pull it back. Here we go. And he's actually sitting right here in front of me because I actually just finished snapping him together earlier. So I'm going to take some photos and stuff of him tomorrow probably and hopefully have him up. So here's a little sneak peek. But yeah, he's been done, but on my shelf for like a while. For a while. So glad to make it a stream on duty, so I can't stay long. Okay, man, I appreciate you coming through, brother. Be safe out there, man. He said I was. GU is too good. Nah, man, we'll get together sometime. We gotta do something again sometimes. But yeah, we just got caught up. Things got behind. I'm still kind of way behind on my schedule, so. But yeah, man, good seeing you, Crow, man. Thanks for coming through, brother. That's awesome. I think Gumble Stop like talked you up, man. That or he like went and found you and dragged you in here. So, oh, that looks good. Yeah, I appreciate it. We'll see. Hopefully he'll look better in the photos once I get his photos all done up. You know, of course he's got his little GU tat down there. Gotta have the GU tattoo down there. But I'll have some better photos of him once I get them all taken and everything. So yeah, man, coming soon. All right, we gotta jump back into this thing. It's already like 1:30 over here right now. So we're trying to roll through our GU build party and see what everybody's been working on. Let's see here. Llama G said master grade or high grade? High grade, man. Yep, this one was my little Titus there is a high grade. Oh, you just jumped on YouTube and saw it was live, so you had to click. Yeah, man. I appreciate it, man. You know, every Saturday we're here. Usually it's 1:30, so usually we'd be getting off right about now. So we're doing the GU build party section, and then we'll probably be hopping off right after this. So yeah, man. Let's see who's up next. Monterey Gunpla. Let's see. This one is the G Falcon unit Double X. Okay. This is an old kit, is it not? This is like a super old kit. What does it say? 96. Yeah, this is an old kit. Very, very nice. So let's see. Race utilizing the rare G Falcon unit with their Double X fire. Yeah, I actually don't think I've ever seen this kit in person. That's pretty slick. Let me see here. I'm pushing the wrong button. Oh, okay. Yeah, man, we're gonna have to see this thing actually built up because I actually don't think I've ever seen this kit. That's different. That's definitely way different, man. That's awesome. Yeah, we'll have to see you get this all dressed up here. And this thing's from 96. This thing's got some age on it. That's crazy. Let's see, another one from Monterey Gunpla says, here's the G Falcon unit complete color change. Yeah, this looks awesome though. I actually do like this color change versus what we see down there with this, which has like more red in it. I do like the kind of blue with the gold and the white in there, or maybe not gold, maybe that's like a yellow. Kind of looks gold here though. And the grays, that looks hot. Let's see here. Complete color change. Next is some touch-ups, clear coat, and more decals, gloss, and then on to the Double X. Okay. Oops, I'm going the wrong direction. I meant to look at these photos here. There we go. Yeah, this actually looks really slick, man. Yeah, I've never seen this before. So the Double X actually goes inside of this thing. That's crazy. Yeah, that's pretty sweet. Okay. Let's see. Urfig here says, I have no idea what you even can this now. What? But I'm convinced it needs to be painted and maybe different weapons. But good lord, the dual beam tomahawk looks so good. Straight Darth Maul vibes on this thing. And I think that may be the paint theme that I go with. That could be pretty interesting. Some Darth Maul. So like some red and black type thing. You got to do some, like, if you're gonna do Darth Maul though, you got to do some like tribal vibes on here too, because you know Darth Maul has like the tribal like tattoo vibes on his face. So somewhere on here you got to do something like that too. But shout out to Urfig. Got the stream going on in the background live. Shout out to him, man. Let me see what else we got in here. What other photos you got? So we got some more coming this way with my Titus in the background while we were going ham. Me and the wife were going ham in the background there. She's still being real quiet. I don't know. She's being real quiet. I might get stabbed in my sleep or something like that. If y'all don't hear from me, call help. Okay. Let me see here. We got one hiding behind the shield here. Looking good, man. The Moon Gundam was like one of the best kits of that year for sure. Which I think the Moon Gundam was like a 19 kit. I want to say it's a 19 kit. Probably one of the best kits of the year, I think. DT Ward said, nice kit you're showing here. Not ready to show my amateur work. Thanks for the stream, bro. Till next time. Shalom. All right, man. Thanks for coming out to the stream. And hey, man, you can always share your stuff, man. You don't have to be, crazy, sexy, cool, or anything like that. We just all share together, you know. Crow said the moon needs more plates. Yeah, it could use one or two more. It might use one or two more. Look at this right here. This thing's got like a whole. This almost looks like it's got like a, what is it called? Like a parasail? Is that what it's called? Where you like glide down to the ground type thing? Or parachute. There's something like that. Yeah. Let's see here. And yeah, this thing is. So how did you even get this many? Did you buy like 2 moons or something and just combine them? Because I damn sure don't remember the moon having this many plates on here. But it looks good. Looks good though. I'll be interested to see what we do with it on the Darth Maul thing. And let's see, this one's from Magnus, but this one we already liked. So, as a matter of fact, did I like the last one? Did I like that one? Okay. So that probably means we're into the top, the top whatever. So these are all old ones. All old ones? I think so. Oh, there's one new one here from X. See, high grade Dagger L Omni Enforcer mobile suit. Okay. Said the moon has all the plates for the cookout. Man, Hazardous said got all the plates for the cookout, man. Andy said, yeah, my kits are definitely amateur kits. My Barbie I shared a while ago. I just realized I assembled the booster pack wrong. Now tearing it apart. Man, it's all good, guys. This is all like, in fun with each other. It's not meant to be like competition with each other. It's just a way for us to share, what we've been working on together. So yeah, it is the fin funnels from a second kit. Okay, got you. Bandai too stingy to give you that much. Talking about the those fin funnels, yeah. Unless it's P Bandai, then they can charge you twice. Let's see here, the high grade Dagger L. Oh yeah, so the Enforcer mobile suit from X, which this also looks kind of unique here. I don't know if it looks kind of looks like a gem, but I can't recall actually seeing this exact kit. But it does look pretty much like a gem though. And we got some weathering on here. Probably this looks like this was probably done with the Tamiya weathering kit, which I used to use a lot when I first started doing master grades. It was a good way for me to get into the whole like weathering type deal. So very nice. Shout out to X. And let's see here. What else do we have? And this one we saw already. So I think that's all of the new ones. We're at 1965. So we're almost at 2000. We've almost done 2000 GU build party photos. So we're gonna do our one refresh like we always do, see if we catch any stragglers, and then it'll be time. Man, it's almost 2, so it'll be time to get up out of here after that, guys. Let me see. I'm gonna do a one refresh. We're at 1965. I'm gonna do the one refresh, see how many we got. All right, so we went up by 4 because we're at 1969 now. So let's see if we can find those 4 real quick. See what everyone's been doing. I think is this one. All right, so here's one from Zaku Zero. It says, and done. Just need to do a photo shoot. So this is of that perfect Gundam that he did up in the G3 colors. Okay, let's see. I don't know, maybe this is the same one. Maybe I forgot to like it. I don't know. It looks like kind of looks like the same photos. Either way, this thing looks absolutely epic. And I like the fact that he's got that. You guys know Zaku Zero's always got the nice stuff. He's got that. I don't know if I noticed this before, but he's got that nice plate for it to sit on. Yeah, I might have just forgotten to like this one, and I didn't notice that. Let me see here. What else we got? Was this new? We saw this one. We saw that. Let's see. Okay, I think I see what we got here. So one from the Gunpla stops has wrapped up the master grade Rezels here. You can see them both here. Make sure you guys go check out my man Gunpla Stop over on his channel, where you guys can see some awesome reviews of these as well. I'm sure he'll have those up there. And then what do we have here? This is a high grade IBO kit for a change. Full disclosure, I'm not a fan of IBO. What? How do you not like Iron Blooded Orphans? Come on. Well, you know, this is the same guy that loves Unicorn though, so you know, maybe we'll just let it slide. He don't understand. IBO is amazing. Maybe not mech wise, and definitely not the best mech ever, but story wise, it was pretty dope. After the Moon Gundam should be a new one. I just posted it about 20 minutes ago. Okay, we should see one here then. There's also, oh, you know what? It's got to be this one then. Yeah, let's do this one. This is the one from Hazardous Cookies here. It says frame fully sprayed with gunmetal. So now we've got that frame from the Strike Rouge Atori, right? Done up in gunmetal here. See, it's a little lighter than I expected, but that's probably due to the color primer used for the spray. Overall, I'm happy with it. Armor parts are drying after the wash, so primer should happen on those tomorrow. So yeah, that's something that happens frequently. If you guys are spraying any type of metallics, including like some type of like iron type color for your inner frame, you should always use, well, I'm not gonna say you should always use, but if you want it to be darker, you want your primer to be darker. So you want use like a black primer. And if you don't have a black primer, you can always do like a primer and then a black coat and then your metallic on top, and it'll make your metallics a little bit darker. So that's what'll do that. See, I can see what he's talking about, where it's kind of light, but it still looks good. You know, you can still see, I'm sure in the light you can probably still see a little bit of metallic in there. So I'm sure it still looks good. But yeah, very nice, man. Looks like that's coming together well. You're doing all this this inner frame stuff, man. You got to get that paintbrush out, that fine paintbrush out, man, and hit some of these little teeny spots. Let's see here. Said, oh yeah, I should have used my black primer. Oh well, lesson learned. Yeah, man, it happens. Let's see, one from X here. So this is the Dual Gundam, which this is a newer kit too, right? This just came out this year, I think. Oh, this year's been flying. We're in month 7 already. So yeah, this just came out, I think, this year. I think this is a 21 kit. Very nice. Actually, I don't think I've seen too many of these built. Now I'm thinking about it, so I think X years is going to be one of the few that I think I've seen. Really? Did it come out? It came out in 12? Is it that old? Is it really? Damn, for some reason I was thinking it was newer than that. What came out this year? Oh no, I know it came out this year. Freaking I'm thinking of goddamn shit. What is the one that turns into a? Isn't Natalie, right? Didn't Natalie come out this year? Is that what I'm thinking of? I don't know. It's freaking almost 2 a.m. I think it's Natalie that I'm thinking of. Virtue coming soon. 2012. Dang, I didn't realize it was that old, guys. All the C kits were coming out around 11 and 12. Yeah, okay. Might be. Yep, you guys are right. My bad. Sure enough. Dang. Aged pretty well for a 2011, 2012 kit. Not the greatest amount of surface detail, but you know, still a pretty decent looking kit though. Yeah, Virtue with Natalie inside. Yeah, I think that's what I was thinking of. Let's see, one from Edwin says, so I've tried the airbrush and it works amazingly. So we actually just saw his airbrush earlier from that master kit, and I can't wait to start my paint job for my completion. So very nice. We got this custom painted Gramps going together here. So I think what are we just gonna do some more decals on this, Edwin, and then we'll wrap it up from there. We'll do some decals and some matte, and
call it done. So I still try to brush and works, man. I can't wait to start my paint job. So you're actually getting ready to start it. So you got a little ways to go. Okay. For some reason I was thinking that this was already painted. So, all right, cool, man. So man, you pretty much are straight and ready to get rocking on this thing. All right, Earthig. See you later, man. Thanks for coming to hang out on the stream tonight. We'll see you next week. Be safe out there, man. And then Gumple Stop, my man. Gumple Stop. I think we saw that one. So I think that is all of them. And Llama G said it's for a competition. Talking about for that Gramps there. So now it's almost 2 a.m. I can tell you've been doing good over there. See you she tried to stick it out, but she's yawning pretty good now. So as soon as I cut this camera off, she's gonna like split. Huh? You about to fall asleep? Yeah, you see, she's about to pass out, guys. All right, you want to do the outro? You sure? You about to fall asleep? Right there in the chair? Oh. All right, let's get up out of here, guys. Hey, thanks for coming to check out stream tonight, guys. Hey, we got to come up with some more like interesting topics. You know, I enjoy these type of conversations. You know what I mean? Come up with some more interesting topics to have. But hey, everybody, please have a safe week this week. You know, make sure you guys take your time wherever you're going, getting back and forth and everything. And yeah, just take your time, be safe out there. Make sure you guys make it back here safely next week. And I appreciate you guys so much for coming and hanging out with us for stream tonight. I'll see you guys next week. And yeah, I'm gonna try to get some photos of this guy all nice and cleaned up for tomorrow. Maybe I can get some photos posted up for him. So yeah, look, and Mataka just showed up. Like what the hell? How Mataka just show up now? Jesus Christ! See, he's been lurking all this time. All right, guys, love you guys. Have a great one. I will see you guys on the next one. Deuces.